National anthem and the South Central Kentucky Marching Band Classic is coming up tomorrow afternoon at 2:30, and we will talk with Randall more about that a little bit later on in our broadcast right here on 14 Karat Gold WCLU. Let's talk about the Glasgow Scotties. Jerry Eubanks' team opened the season with the 12-7 loss to Barron County, then faced one of the top single-A teams in Kentucky, losing to Bardstown here 28-9. Got on the winning track for the first time this year against E-Town 30-9, and last week put it all together both offensively and defensively, particularly up front by beating Caverta 42-0. What about the state of the Scotty football team, Larry, offensively and defensively, and how are they going to have to step it up if they're going to beat teams like Franklin, Simpson, Russellville, and Monroe County and try to compete with the top teams in the Bluegrass?
Well, I think the Scotties are getting better as the weeks go along. Yeah, we can tell by the fourth game of the season last week. And Caverna, of course, a Class A team, and probably don't have the size and ability that some of the size and ability that the Scotties do. And we pretty much had our way with them, although Caverna did have a pretty good football team. So I think Glasgow's improving defensively. They played pretty well the whole time. I really think, and this is my opinion, I really think that if we'd had a scrimmage game, I think we would have played Barron County a better football game. You know, it was a 12-7 game and could have been won anyway, but I really think that the mistakes and things wouldn't have been there, and we'd have a chance to win that football game. So we could have easily be 3-1. But offensively, I think they're getting things together. I think the running backs are really looking good. You've got 6 or 7 of them that can run. Michael Moore has played well at quarterback the last 2 or 3 games. He's thrown the ball well. He's also run the ball well. So I think things are kind of shaping up, and the more experience they get, the better they're going to be, especially with all these freshmen playing.
Glasgow on the ground is averaging 5 yards a rush. They've rushed 148 times for 725 yards. They passed 13 out of 32 for 40%, 163 yards. So in 4 games, Glasgow has almost 900 yards in offense. So that's about 225 yards a game. I think they'd probably like to increase that just a little bit, but they had 390 against Caverta last week.
Yeah, they would like to increase it every night. It would be nice to have a good balance between the passing attack and the running attack.
They have only fumbled the football 4 times this year, and they've got to keep their mistakes down, both in the turnover department and also, Larry, in the penalty department, and they've done a good job of that in the last couple of games. They've not been whistled for too many penalties.
They have the last couple of games. We did overcome some at E-Town. We overcame a clipping penalty that brought a touchdown back, overcame it, and went ahead and scored anyway. The first game against Barron, we didn't overcome the penalties, and one huge one that I can remember really turned the ball game around. So you got to stay away from those things.
Let's look at the starting lineup for the Glasgow Scotties, coached by Jerry Eubank, assistants Sam Royce, Scotty Jones, David Nance, Stephen Murphy, and Bobby Duval. Glasgow with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. Offensively, 227-pound line. The starting quarterback is Michael Moore, a 6'3", 181-pound senior who wears number 19. Mr. Will Whiteside, a 6'1", 150-pound sophomore, is his backup. Will wears number 15. The fullback is Myron Bradley, 5'8", 192 freshman who wears number 1. Nick Mainers is his backup, a 6 feet, 174-pound junior. Right halfback's Todd Gentry, 5'8", 135 senior who wears number 6. Demetrius Shedden is his backup, a 5'11", 170 sophomore. Left halfback for the Scotties out of the double slot, Brandon Chambers, 5'11", 164 junior who wears number 21. J.D. Depp is his backup. J.D. wears number 2, a 6 feet, 160 freshman. Up front for the Scotties, Chad Alexander is a center, a 6 feet, 265-pound sophomore who wears number 67 as the Scotties race onto the field here at Ankroyd Stadium on homecoming night 1995. Nick Swords is Chad Alexander's backup, number 78, 5'11", 246 junior. Nick will wear number 41, of course, for the Scotties when he's not on the line. Lamont Rhodes is the right guard, number 64, a 5'8", 257 junior. Eric Petens is backup, number 63, a 5'7", 197 junior. John J. Bird's a right tackle, 6'1", 197 junior, who wears number 62. Keith Mills is his backup, 5'10", 283 sophomore. Gary Pierce is a tight end, 5'11", 166 senior, who wears number 86. Demetrius Shedid is a split end, a 5'11", 170-pound sophomore, who wears number 20. Nick Swords punts the football. Josh Atkins is a place kicker. Can't brag enough on the job that Atkins has done. 5'8", 150 junior, who wears number 31. Bradley and Chambers return kickoffs. Gentry returns punts. Glasgow 227 up front. The Scotties will start, of course, 3 seniors. Well, actually, Glasgow will start 4 seniors, 2 freshmen, 3 juniors, and a total of 2 sophomores. Now, defensively for the Scotties, they'll run out of a 5-man front as Russell County races onto the field here. Brandon Tooley is a left defensive end. And, of course, Brandon, we can call him a left defensive. We can almost call him a bandit back. And Brandon is number 55, a 5'8", 168 sophomore. Forgot to mention Glasgow's left side of their offensive line. Brandon Tooley is a left guard, 5'8", 168 sophomore, wears number 55. And Jake Adwell's a left tackle. Jake 6 feet, 245 junior. Michael Ballard's his backup, 5'9", 229 junior. So Jake and Brandon on the left side of Glasgow's offensive front, and I forgot to mention that. Back to defense, Brandon Tooley's an outside defensive bandit, if you will, or the left defensive end. Nick Swords, or actually Adrian Shirley's a right defensive end, 5'8", 195 freshman. Left tackle's John J. Bird. Morgan Brantley's a right tackle, a 6 feet, 155 junior. Myron Bradley is a nose man. Linebackers J.D. Depp and Nick Swords. Left quarter's Todd Gentry. The right quarter will be Demetrius Shadden. Terry Anderson will also see action there. Michael Moore's a free safety. Brandon Chambers is the strong safety. So that's a look at the starting lineup for the Glasgow Scotties. We'll be back with the start of this football game in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
One of the toughest jobs if you're remodeling a home or building a new home is to get all the moldings and the trim to come out looking just like you want it. Maybe you've added a wall or taken out a cabinet and you just can't seem to get all that molding to match up because either it's not made anymore or you can't find enough of it. Well, did you know that at Square Deal Lumber Company's shop there in Cave City, they actually make hardwood moldings? It's true. Maybe you're redoing an older home. Maybe an architect has drawn a particular design up that they'd like for you to use in your design or construction. Well, at Square Deal Lumber Company, they can make that molding in poplar or oak, cherry, walnut, any species that you'd like. They can do it. Square Deal uses only clear, high-grade lumber, which means there's not any finger joints that are going to show through the finish or that won't come apart later on down the road. And they're priced competitively because they make them right there in the shop in Cave City. So bring your plans, bring your sample, and realize that the buck stops with the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company in Cave City. They can get the job done for you.
Brandon Jason Christie took the kickoff from Stevens and fell down, did return it, though, to the 23-yard line, where the Scotties will have it, a 1st and 10. Glasgow with the football, moving to your right in the first quarter. Russell County to your left. The stop was made by Michael Wheat, a 6'2", 178-pound senior. It's a change of footballs. First district game for both ball clubs. Both teams are 2-2 on the year. Glasgow blue jerseys and white pants with white numerals and blue helmets. Russell County white tops, white pants with red helmets. Shadid is a wide out on the right side. The Scotties out of the double slot. Russell County with a 6-man front is in motion with the football. Here comes Brandon Chambers, works his way past the 30. Chambers beyond the 30 to about the 32-yard line on the misdirection handoff. Scooted through, and he may have the first down at the 34 as he got a good spot on that one. It should be enough for a first down. And let's see if the official is going to ask for a measurement. I think he is. As Brandon Chambers cut to his right and slithered through the middle of the field area and got some good blocking up front from Alexander and Rhodes, and Kevin Stevens made the stop, a 5'10", 142-pound senior. The officials are going to bring out the change, and we will measure it. I think he got the first down, but we'll have to wait and see. They stretch the chains, and I may be wrong.
Just barely short.
But that's not unusual.
Not more than 6 inches.
Boy, he was close. Good gain, second and short for the Scotties. 11:39 left in the first quarter. No score between these ball clubs.
Good block up front that time by Jake Adwell and Lamont Rhodes on the right guard and right tackle. They opened up a really good hole, and Brandon Tooley came. He was pulling also, so they had some good blocking in there and a good hole for Brandon Chambers.
Lakers have a six-man front defensively as Moore with Gentry, Bradley, and Nick Maynard's behind him right here. Or I'm sorry, actually that is Brandon Chambers. As a handoff will come to Bradley. He'll cut outside at the 35, has it at the 40. Bradley finally slung out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Boy, he was pushed by a Russell County Laker after he was about 3 yards out of bounds, but no call from the official. And Myron cut to the outside, and he chugs his way to the 44-yard line for a 10-yard burst before Josh Root, a 6'2", 170 junior, takes him down. It's going to be first and 10 for the Scotties, and Jerry wants to establish that run early in this game as Shannon is a split end on the right side. Scotties out of that double slot. Lakers again with a six-man front as Michael Moore will call the signal. Here's a handoff to Gentry. Tries to cut outside. Gentry works his way close to midfield. Made something out of nothing. I thought he was going to be tripped up at the 45, but he stayed on his feet and picked up about 5 yards. It's just shy of the midfield stripe at the 49. Gain of about 5. It's going to be second and 5 for the Scotties, after Roy Coffey, a 5'9", 185 freshman, made the stop. He's an inside linebacker, so the Scotties keeping true to their 5 yards plus on the average per carry as they come out of the double slot against a six-man front. Chambers is in motion to the left side. Here's a quick out pass, comes to Shannon. Shannon tries to cut outside, breaks one tackle and slips it down to about the 45.5-yard line. He'll be close to another first down. He may be a half a yard shy depending on the spot. It's on the near sideline in front of the Scotty bench, and until they toss the football, well, the official says it is going to be third down, but he doesn't. The Scotties don't need much. See where they place the football. It's going to be third and about, looks like about a half a yard. Josh Root made the stop. Little app pass. Safe pass to run for the Scotties.
I'd like to see that. Second down pass, real safe. Could have had a first down out of it, just inches short.
Here's Bradley. He's got the first down at the 40. Bradley finally tripped out of bounds. Michael Moore's mother got the brunt of a little hit right there. Wanda took a tough hit down there, and James Neal helps her up. Hope she's all right.
Yeah, you got to watch that coming this side. She's down taking pictures. She got undercut pretty good about the knees.
Wonder if Michael saw that. All right. Need to get Wayne down there and do that.
Yeah, where is he?
Pick up from Bradley of 8 yards before he was shoved out of bounds by Roy Coffey. That's his second stop. Scotties at the Laker 38 as they come out of the double slot against the six-man front. Here's a double reverse handoff to Gentry. Cuts outside at the 35. Gentry's got a block at the 30. Gentry at the 25. Gentry at the 20. Gentry has it at the 15, and he's finally shoved out of bounds around the 12-yard line on that double reverse. First and 10 for the Scotties as they're marching the football, trying to take the lead early in this contest, trying to do what they did last week against Caverta as Kevin Stevens comes up from his linebacking position to make the stop for his free safety position. Gentry, gain of 25. Another first down, the third for Glasgow. First and 10 at the Laker 12-yard line.
Very good blocking that time by Brandon Tooley and John J. Bird at the point of attack for that double reverse.
Out of the double slot, Russell County with a seven-man front is Moore. On the handoff, here comes Bradley. He'll try to cut outside. Bradley's got it at the 10, at the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Glasgow. And Bradley with the burst of speed turned the corner and just outran Kevin Stevens. Really, Stevens from that safety position, Larry, was the only man who had a chance to stop him. And Bradley said no. And officially, a run of 13 yards, a 13-yard touchdown scamper from freshman Myron Bradley. And with 9:41 left in the first quarter, the Scotties lead the Lakers 6-0 as Josh Atkins will come in to attempt the extra point. Whiteside will hold the football as the Scotties will try to take a 7-0 lead. Here's a boot from Atkins. It looks good from here. Good. 9:41 left in the first quarter. Glasgow 7, Russell County nothing. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
We flip a switch and the lights come on. Milk for your cereal is cold. Your home is warm. We simply turn on the radio or TV to find out what's happening around the world. Electricity makes our lives easier in so many ways. The Glasgow Electric Plant Board is always looking for ways to help their customers. Now it can be even a little easier to make your payment. Automatic Bank Draft takes the amount of your monthly bill directly from your checking account, so you don't even have to write a check. The Plant Board even accepts Visa and MasterCard for payment. If you'd like more information on these payment options, call the EPB at 651-8341 anytime.
14 carry to go. WCLU most on the ground, one short pass, 7 plays, 74 yards. The Scotties lead 7-0.
That was an excellent drive. Reminds me of the one at E-Town, and again last week against Caverna, time-consuming. 7 or 8 plays, took it right on in and scored, and that's the way to start a football game.
It's like Atkins is going to angle this kick to the near sideline or the right sideline. Here it comes. Here's a pooch kick. It's got a chance, and the Scotties may have it at the 41-yard line. There's a scramble for the football. Let's see who's got it. Does Glasgow have it? I still don't have an official
Jason
indication.
Christie was on top of it.
Well, he's on top of it, and it hit the ground, and it's Glasgow's football. 1st and 10 at the Laker 41-yard line. And Larry, that's 2 straight weeks that the Scotties have been able to do that. 1st and 10. Once it hits that ground, it's a live football. Tell you what, it's been pretty effective, hasn't it?
It sure has.
1st and 10, Glasgow at the Laker 41, leading 7-0 here on homecoming night. 9:30 left in the first quarter. District game as Shadden's a wide out on the left side. Now the new fullback is Nick Mainers. J.D. Depp, the left halfback. The right halfback is Todd Gentry. 6-man front for the Lakers as Michael Moore will drop back. Here's a pass wide open as Shadden has it at the 30. Shadden at the 25. Shadden at the 20. 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Glasgow. As Shadden on a 41-yard touchdown pass from Michael Moore. If one man between him and the goal line, and he left that man laying at the 20, and Glasgow leads 13-0. And that's easy for me to tabulate. One play, 41 yards.
Yes, it is. One play, 41 yards, and that's the way to do it. Just a little out pass, maybe a 5-yard out to Demetrius Shannon, and he did the rest on his own. Broke one tackle, and then he got the sidelines and was wide open.
Atkins called on to kick another extra point. Here's a boot from Josh Atkins. The kick, give it to him. 9:10 left in the first quarter. Glasgow 14, Russell County nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow has 3 different ribeyes for any size appetite. You can get the 5.5-ounce regular cut ribeye for $6.99, the 8-ounce extra cut for $7.99, or the 12-ounce super ribeye for $8.99. Plus, you get all you can eat from the Grand Buffet with every ribeye. And don't forget, Thursday is seafood night at Ponderosa with seafood on the Grand Buffet from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow. Everybody's favorite film legend, Paul Newman, stars in Nobody's Fool, available on video cassette at Cinema to Go. 1994 Best Oscar nominee Paul Newman stars as an aging small-town scamp whose comfortable, if irresponsible, lifestyle begins to unravel with the arrival of his estranged son. Mr. Newman's performance is the single best of the year, says Carolyn James of the New York Times. Paul Newman in Nobody's Fool on video cassette from Paramount. Rated R at Cinema to Go on the Southgate Plaza, Glasgow. And one score to pass along. Barron County leading LaRue County 12-0.
And Franklin Simpson on top of Monroe County 7-0 as Atkins set to kick from the 40. See if he angles it to the other side. Looks like Stevens is over there in position to grab it if he does. Here's the kick. Stevens is going to wave for the fair catch. Oh, he dropped it, but or another man touched the ball at the 38, but I think Russell County's going to hold on to it. He waved for the fair catch, but another Russell County player almost knocked it away from him accidentally.
Oh, we might have had a shot at that one if number 7 doesn't fall. Kevin Stevens. If he doesn't fall right back on it, we may have a chance to get that the next one.
How important was that second score for the Scotties early in this game, up 14-0?
Well, that makes a lot of difference. That really separates you from being a good, the 7-point lead to have after the first series, and then to come back and put another one on it that quick really makes a lot of difference.
They are running right now out of the double slot, Larry, as Wheat will call the signals. Here's a handoff. A little bit of running room for the fullback as blasted up the middle is Jeremy Bear. Moves it to pass the 40 up to about the 43-yard line off right tackle. They say Bear runs that ball hard. He's not real big for a fullback, 5'8", 165, but he ran behind Morrison and Cooper that time. Stop made by Nick Swords. That's his first. Nick, 5'11", 246 junior linebacker. Gain of about 4, 2nd and 6 for the Lakers, as they've got one wide out on the right side. Now in motion is a tailback Kate as a football. Not much running room that time for Bears. He stood up, gained maybe a yard, maybe two, just shy of the 45-yard line as he tried to blast it up the middle and was popped down by Adrian Shirley, 5'8", 195 freshman. Gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd and almost 5. 3rd and a long 4 for the Lakers at their own 44.5-yard line. 7:50 left in the first quarter. Glasgow leading Russell County by a score of 14-0.
Well, we can't say enough about Adrian Shirley. How he's played on that line
boy,
this year.
just a freshman.
Just a freshman, and he is playing well above what anybody would have expected him to.
They've got wideouts on both sides as Wheat will throw the football. Here's a pass. It's incomplete. Felt a little bit of pressure from Bird and overshot the intended receiver. And that was Kevin Stevens at the 44. He fell down as well, Larry, but Glasgow did get a little bit of pressure. That was a quick drop, I guess a 3-step drop, wasn't it, for
and
Wheat?
he was open, too. Had the quarterback taken just a little bit more time and gotten it to him, led him a little bit. He was wide open. Michael Moore was the only one in between him and the goal line.
Gentry stands at his 20. Stevens will punt the football from his own 31-yard line. Low snap. Here's a kick. End over end boot. It's going to fall short. Let's see. Ty will probably pick it up. He will at the 15. Looks for an opening. Has it at the 20. Moves a step beyond to the 22-yard line where the Scotties will have it 1st and 10. 7:20 left in the first quarter. Glasgow leading 14-0. Glasgow's middle school 7th graders blanked Drakes Creek last night 36-0. The 8th graders lost by a score of 28-16. Glasgow's 7th graders have yet to give up a touchdown this year. Nick Woodridge made the stop. The punt carries 40 yards. The return of 5. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the 22.
Yeah, those 7th graders look pretty good. Got speed, speed, speed. That's what we like to see.
Speed kills. I've heard you make that outstanding comment.
many times.
Chatted on wide out on the left side. Scotties almost in the full house backfield as Gentry's at a motion to the near side as a handoff will come to Bradley. He'll cut outside at the 25. Bradley's got it at the 30. Bradley at the 35. Bradley had one man to beat as he stepped beyond the 40 and was finally taken out of bounds around the 42. If he beats that man, it may be another long score for the Scotties. Boy, Bradley's showing some acceleration, Larry, as when he cut to that outside, I don't believe this may be the most team speed Russell County's had, but they're certainly not showing it on defense. What do we have?
Bradley's hurt, too. He's limping back off the field. He's going to have to go to the other. He went back to the Russell County side. Now they're going to call somebody over.
43-yard line. The Scotties will have it. That run from Bradley, 22 yards. He's carried it 4 times for 54 yards. Might be limping a little bit, Larry, but he did go off under his own power.
Yeah, it looks like he'd probably be all right.
Well, I don't know. Dr. Mars and is that Mike Miller over there?
Right.
Well, he's putting pressure on it, but it's very gingerly, Larry. Oh, I don't want to see that. As they are helping him off the field. I mean, he's walking on it, but very gingerly right now. At least he is putting some pressure on it.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right. He's going to have to sit out here and for a few plays, maybe set out this series and probably come back again.
He turned the corner that time.
He's got some speed. He doesn't look like he's playing the fullback position. He doesn't look like he would have a whole lot of speed, but boy, when he turns that corner, he can really motor.
Ryan Cooper made his first stop, a 5'8", 155 freshman. I don't know how that injury occurred. It was on the far sideline.
I think he just, Cooper made a tackle down around the ankles and probably just rolled over on it or something when he went out of bounds.
Bradley's a great back, but this is where the depth comes into play for the Scotty backfield.
Definitely so. We've got
Manders will be in. Nick will be in.
We've got some people. Nick doesn't have the speed that Bradley has, but he's a hard-nosed runner.
Now the Lakers 6-man front as Michael Moore calling the signals. Here's a handoff to Gentry. He'll cut outside, has it at the 45. Gentry at the midfield, breaks past another tackler at the 40, has it at the 35, at the 30. Ooh, he hit someone at about the 30-yard line, or about the 25, and he got popped as well. And I believe he knocked the defender, got as much contact on him as he got. Aaron Eads, a 6', 195 freshman, made the stop. Mr. Eads felt that one. Gentry, pickup of 32 yards, 3 carries, 62 yards. And Larry, Glasgow's speed just too much for Russell County. Do we have another injured Scotty?
Yeah, great block out on the corner by Demetrius Shannon that time, the wide out on the left side. He's the one that sprung Todd Gentry out. I don't know who's down. I can't see.
I can't either, Larry, because it's on the opposite side. Scotty Huddle is also there.
Maybe number 2, maybe JD.
Scotty's leading 14-0, 6:52 left in the first quarter. Let's take this timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WC on U Sports.
Those of you who have purchased tickets.
Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow has 3 different ribeyes for any size appetite. You can get the 5.5-ounce regular cut ribeye for $6.99, the 8-ounce extra cut for $7.99, or the 12-ounce super ribeye for $8.99. Plus, you get all you can eat from the Grand Buffet with every ribeye. And don't forget, Thursday is seafood night at Ponderosa with seafood on the Grand Buffet from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
Well, it was Todd Gentry. There was Randall, there was quite a collision right there between him and Eads on that far sideline.
Todd was in kind of a strange position when he got hit right there. He was kind of turned sideways, and he took a pretty good lick right on his shoulder, and I don't know if it turned him around or what, but he's limping around. He's not limping as much as Myron Bradley was, but I see Myron down here on the bench now. They're taking his shoe off. Looks like they're going to maybe try to tape his ankle. And Todd Gentry's coming off, and he doesn't look like he's as bad a shape as Myron was when he came off, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Demetrius Shannon is the right halfback, J.D. Depp the left halfback, Nick Mainers is a fullback. Glasgow with the football at the Laker 24-yard line. Russell County in a 7-man front defensively as Michael Moore will call the signals. Here's a handoff to Shannon. Or rather Depp, Depp rambles down to about the 18-yard line. I mean, Russell County's defense has not stopped the Glasgow rushing attack at all. There's 6:35 left in the first quarter, and Larry, the Scotties lead 14-0, and Mr. Depp that time carried the pigskin for about a 7-yard burst, and their defense has just not come close to stopping Glasgow. Michael Wheat second tackle.
They've given up 50-some points the last 2 football games, so there's got to be something wrong somewhere with them. You knew coming in that you ought to be able to run the football against them.
Here's more on the quarterback keeper, spins around, moves inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. I think he'll have enough for the first down as Michael Moore slips past the 15 to about the 14. That's where he had to get, and it should be a 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Moore on the quarterback keeper, a 4-yard gain as they do continue to work on Myron Bradley. And I'm looking on the opposite side, and I believe Todd, I think he's all right.
I think so. I think they're retaping Myron's ankle over here, so he'll probably be back.
What's that, Randall?
That 4-yard game on Michael Moore, that's the shortest run we've had so far this half.
That's not bad. 5 first downs for the Scotties as Moore will give the football to Mainers. He tries to look outside. He carries it with the left hand at the 10. At the 5, he dives for the end zone. Does he have it? Apparently he's about a yard or so short, but he'll have the first down. And big Nick Mainers carrying that pigskin, and you see that burst of speed around the left quarter, K. Wood, as the stop is made by several
53.
Russell County players.
I was looking for a 53, and they got it stretched out. There he is.
Brian Cooper, that's his first stop. Football at the 1-yard line. Mainers with a 13-yard pickup. 1st and goal for the Scotties at the Laker 1.
Yeah, Russell County just very porous on the defensive line. They can't stop the run, and that's you just got to line up and pitch it to them, and that's about all you have to do tonight.
Demetrius Steer, number 5, is in the lineup. 5'9", 146 junior. He's a wide out on the right side. Backfield in the full house. Let's see if Mainers gets the football. Here's Michael Moore. He'll give it to Mainers. He dives. Did he get in there? No. He is about half a yard shy. As Gary Pierce will return to the lineup for the Scotties. I think Nick may have slipped a little bit that time. Then he was met near the line of scrimmage. Roy Coffey's 3rd stop. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 1 for the Scotties. They lead the Lakers 14-0 with 5:20 left in the first quarter. Glasgow has scored on their first 2 possessions, and they're knocking hard at the door right here. And now they are going to be flirting a little bit with a delay of game calls. I see the back judge looking at his watch, Larry. Glasgow's going to have to hurry here as Moore will set the ball club down. Here's a handoff to Mainers. He dives, give him 6. Touchdown, Glasgow. A 1-yard run from Nick Mainers, fullback. And with 4:56 left in the first period, it's all Glasgow. 20-0 over Russell County. And again, the Scotty rushing attack pick it up where they left off last week.
Yeah, they're looking really good. I think 10 people ran the ball for us last week, and they're probably going to get to do it again this week.
Josh Atkins getting a workout here in the first quarter. Here's a snap, the hold by Whiteside, and the kick by Atkins. Perfect. 4:56 left in the first quarter. This defense reminds me of a defense I saw last Saturday in Gainesville, Florida. It's Glasgow 21, Russell County nothing. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Your full selection, full-service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
And with 2 minutes left in the half, Barron County leading LaRue 24-0.
Last week, just because you have lead it.
Barron County's leading LaRue County 24-0 with 2 minutes left in the half.
Here in Gainesville, Florida, but I don't want to remember. I think it ended up 70-7.
There's a lot of things I don't want to remember from last Saturday and this week involving Tennessee football. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Here's a kick, high end over end boot. Stevens is going to wait for the fair catch, and he gets it at the 35-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lakers. Well, Larry, they trail 21-0 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. What can Rodney Johnson do to get his team back in this game?
Well, what they want to do is keep the football and try to put some points on the board. They need something out of this drive right here if they're going to stay in the football game, because if they give it back to Glasgow and we put another one on the board, this game is pretty close to being over.
They've got Stevens, a wide out on the right side. Flanker on the left side for the Lakers is Nick Woolridge. As a handoff and pow, little option pitch. As with the football, move it up to the 40-yard line. I thought Wheat was going to get hit before he could pitch it to the tail to the left halfback Cade, but he got rid of it just in time. And on the option pitch to the left, Cade picks up about 4 yards as the football just past the 40. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Really a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5, and Demetrius Shadid makes the stop.
That was a great fake to the fullback up the middle, because Adrian Shirley came from his linebacker, and he nailed the fullback, but the quarterback pulled it back out.
The double slot behind Wheat as they've got Stevens, a wide out on the right side. As the handoff, not much running room for the fullback that time, as scurry it up the middle to about the 41.5-yard line is going to be, I believe, Bear. No gain. And let's see, it's going to be 3rd and 4 at the 41-yard line. They may have a new fullback in the game, and let me check that, Randall, if you will, sir. I believe it was 43 that carried the football that time. And we'll check that as a handoff. Here's Wheat on the quarterback keeper. Wheat, I believe, got the first down as he took it past the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Brian Helm is the new fullback, the 5'9", 165 sophomore. Wheat runs that option well, and that's tough to defend, but J.D. Depp brought him down. Almost stopped him short of the first down, but he got it just beyond the yardstick. Gain of about 6 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lakers at their own 47-yard line, trailing Glasgow 21-0 with 3:30 left in the first quarter.
Well, that's the option we said we had to stop. You got to nail that quarterback every chance you get, and you got to watch for him to carry the football.
Here's Wheat.
There he is.
And he moves it up to midfield, and we've got a flag on the play.
Got a hold right here.
On Russell County. I believe J.D. brought him down, Larry.
Right.
Little leg tackle. Got a flag. Larry thinks it's holding against Russell County. So that's going to nullify the pickup of about 3 yards, as Larry's got another score to pass along to us, sir. Russell County will be called for holding right here. Franklin Simpson 14, Monroe County 7. That game is at Franklin.
Better game than I thought.
10-yard penalty.
Of course, Monroe County still has Adam Wood.
That's
now,
right.
He's a good runner.
10-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 20 at the 37-yard line. Lakers moving to your left in the first quarter. Scotty's to your right. First penalty of this game. So the Lakers penalized once for 10 yards. 1st and 20 for Russell County at their own 37. That could be a big penalty, stopping the little momentum they had after getting that first down. It's going to be interesting to see if they can overcome that. As Helm is a fullback in the double slot. Wheaton will throw the football, but somebody moved. Was Glasgow offsides?
All I saw was blue shirts move. I didn't see the white shirt move, but we'll see.
I believe, let's see if Glasgow's going to be called for offsides, Larry.
Yes,
I believe they are. They are. So it's going to be 1st and 15.
That's twice that they've moved, but the first time they didn't get offsides. That time they got them.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Lakers. So they get 5 yards back from that holding call a moment ago. 3:05 left in the first quarter. Glasgow 21, Russell County nothing. Glasgow has scored on each of its first 3 possessions here on homecoming night. Wide out on the left side is Root. On the right side is Stevens. Backfield in the double slot as Wheat will drop back. Here's a pass that may be intercepted. It's picked off by Depp. Depp is swung down at the 35-yard line. Or was it Depp that picked it off for the Scotties?
I thought it was Demetrius Shannon.
Was it Demetrius Shannon? Here, you're right. It was Demetrius. Didn't see the 0 on the end of that uniform there for a second. And I believe he was slung down by the intended receiver, Josh Root. Well, Larry Wheat overthrew his man that time, and the Lakers turn it over for the first time in this game. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 35. And, brother, you can't shoot yourself in the foot because Glasgow has already scored 3 times, and they had gotten a first down, but Russell County really in trouble early in this game. The ball at the 39-yard line for the Scotties.
This is Glasgow's 4th possession of the first quarter. You don't usually get that many in a half.
Moore will give the football to Gentry. He'll try to cut outside. Gentry is slung down after maybe gaining a yard to the 40. Much better containment outside by Russell County. They're stacking almost 6 or 7 men at the line of scrimmage. Well, actually, no gain on the play, maybe a loss of a half a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11. That's the first time they've stopped the Scotties outside. Gentry's all right now. Myron Bradley still with some pain. He's limping a little bit.
Yeah, may not want to be admiring back in this ball game if he's not really sure.
Not
that he can go.
100%.
That's right.
Mainers is a fullback right now. Shedden's a wide out on the left side as the Scotties face with 2nd and 11. Lakers have a 6-man front. Gentry's at a motion to the left side as the handoff comes to Chambers. He'll try to cut against the grain, but he didn't get much that time. Did move it up to the 40 on the misdirection handoff, and Russell County looking much better on this defensive series, as it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Scotties. Ryan Cooper's 3rd stop. I don't know if they made some adjustments or they're doing a little better job up front.
That's a good job with their line. They just stacked everything up. Nobody could get a body on anybody that time, and they just Brandon just didn't have anywhere to go.
For the first time in this game, Glasgow faced with 3rd and long. 3rd and 10 for the Scotties, just shy of the 40-yard line with 1:20 left in the first quarter. Scotties 21, Lakers nothing. Shadden's a wide out on the right side. Backfield is in the double slot. The Lakers have 6 men at the line of scrimmage as Michael Moore will roll out to his left. Here's a pass. It's caught by Shadden. Shadden breaks away from 1 man, but he's going to be stopped short of the first down at the 47-yard line. He needed to get to just shy of midfield. He tried, and he made a great effort, but he's just a little bit short. And let's see, the Scotties will punt the football as they are about 3 yards short of the first down at the 47. Nick Swords will punt the football, and they'll try to back Russell County up deep in their own territory and get it back. 4th and a long 2 for the Scotties. 8-yard pass completion right there. Well, Russell County's getting players in and out. See that they have a proper amount of men on the field. Here's a snap to Swords. Here's a kick. High, wobbly kick. Fair catch is waved for, and it is made at the 21-yard line by the deep man for the Lakers, and that's Nick Woolridge. Michael Moore was down quickly to cover, and Woolridge decided to return it. But they have it at the 21-yard line, 33-yard punt, no return. So with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter, Scotties leading 21-0. Russell County finally stops Glasgow. Scotties almost picked up the first down on that pass play.
Yeah, almost did. Just a little out pattern again to Demetrius Shannon. This time he just couldn't shake the tackler, and he got him around the legs and stood him up and held him inside the first down marker.
Of course, Lamont Rhodes is in at that nose position for Bradley, and Will Whiteside back at the safety spot for the Scotties.
Really, on that pass play, you should have probably run a pass pattern deep enough to get the first down.
Wheat calling the signals. Woolridge is in motion. Wheat will keep the football, and he's got some running room as he moves it past the 25, beyond the 30, up to about the 32-yard line on the quarterback keeper. Nick Mainers will come into the contest along with Poppy Franklin for the Scotties. Rhodes will sit down. Let's see who else will come out. A gain of about 11 or 12 yards for Wheat. First down. That's the second one of this game for the Lakers. It's like Brandon Tooley's coming out for the Scotties.
Franklin ran the kickoff back to the 5-yard line and eventually scored 21-7 in favor of Franklin.
They're out of that double slot as Wheat will keep the football again. He's got it at the 35. He's tackled. Good job by Will Whiteside to trip him down at the 38-yard line, or he would have had more yardage. Picked up about 5 as it is, and the first quarter comes to a close. At the end of one quarter, Glasgow 21, Russell County nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have a crew that does nothing but driveway sealing this time of year. Asphalt by nature is porous. That means water can seep through the paving. Grease, oil, and antifreeze can soften and break up the pavement surface. In short, shortening the life of your blacktop. Unless you protect it, have it sealed by the people who know paving. Glass Paving. You can call right now for a free estimate at 651-6645. That's 651-6645. A small investment to protect your larger investment. Driveway sealing from the paving professionals at Glass Paving of Glasgow.
14 carry to go. WCLU as we watch Myron Bradley trying to work off that limp. Well, you know Myron's itching to get back in the game. I hope he's able to, but as you say, if he's not 100%, certainly don't want to risk.
That's right. It's 21-0 after the first quarter, and you really don't want to risk it.
Here's a handoff as running the football up to about the 44-yard line is the quarterback Wheat, and he is right now very effective running that option, and that quarterback keeper, and the Scotties having a little trouble stopping it as he picks up 6 yards and another first down for the Lakers. That's their third of the night. He was stopped by Demetrius Shadden. That's Demetrius' second stop. 1st and 10 for the Lakers at their own 44. They're moving to your right in the second quarter. The Scotties to your left.
Wheat handles the ball extremely well. He really fakes well into the middle and then pulls it back out. And he really faked us out up here. I thought that the first man had the football, and then he's going around the end with it. So he handles the ball really well.
They're out of the double slot. Stevens a wide out on the right side. Scotties have a 6-man in front. As Wheat will throw the football. Here's the pass. It is complete. And it may be a touchdown as at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. Touchdown, Russell County, as Stevens on a little crossing pattern scores. And the Lakers trail the Scotties 21-6. Glasgow beaten on a long touchdown pass from Wheat to Stevens. Wheat threw an interception his last time, but this time they strike for 6 points, and they're on the board. Glasgow leading 21-6. And officially, is that a 56-yard touchdown pass from Wheat? And tell you, Stevens has some speed as he outraced the Scotty defenders to the end zone. And it's 21-6. Scotty's leading here, and Stevens will be on to attempt the extra point. Wheat will hold. Russell County trying to get back in this game, trailing 21-6. Good snap. Here's a kick, a low kick, and it is no good. It went under the crossbar. 21-6. Scotties lead the Lakers with 11:22 left in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
If you're thinking double, think McDonald's in Glasgow, because right now McDonald's has a super deal on a double cheeseburger. Get double all beef patties, double slices of cheese, plus ketchup, onions, mustard, and pickle, all for double nines. That's 99 cents. The double cheeseburger deal now at McDonald's in Glasgow. And don't forget to supersize any value meal. Right now, just 39 cents. Come on in for a 99-cent double cheeseburger and a whole lot more at McDonald's in Glasgow today.
Jim Moody, Larry Alexander, Randall Cook, Bruce Trevue, Henry Royce, homecoming night 1995. Big score for Russell County that time.
It sure was a big score for them, and that gets them right back in the ball game, 21-6. Now they know that they can put some points on the board, so that gives them a lot of confidence.
Stevens impressive after he caught that football, Larry. He beat the Scotty secondary to the goal line.
He did. He split Todd Gentry and Will Whiteside right there. Somebody didn't rotate over, or somebody just wasn't close enough to him, and he drilled. Wheat drilled that pass right in the numbers, and he just split the defenders and outran them to the goal line.
Cade kicks off. Here's a boot. Low end over end kick that John J. Bird has. Fumbles it, picked up by Gentry at the 25. Gentry slides through. Gentry moves it up to the 28-yard line where the Scotties will have it. 1st and 10. Low kick Cade at that time. John Jay got it at about the 27, popped loose. Todd picked it up about the 23 and returned it to the 29-yard line, about a 6-yard return. Robert Stanton's first stop. Glasgow 21, Russell County 6. There's 11:17 left in the first half. And let's see who the Scotties have in the offensive backfield right here. Shedden's a wideout on the left side. Nick Maters is a fullback. Gentry and Chambers are the halfbacks as a handoff will come to Brandon Chambers. He'll try to work outside. He is ridden down near the 30-yard line, and Russell County's defense fired up a little bit after scoring that TD. They stopped Glasgow's run pretty well on the last offensive series for the Scotties, and boy, it's a difference between night and day with Russell County's defense, as the last 3 times they have pretty much shut down the Russell County's defense has shut down Glasgow's offense. No gain on the play as the stop was made by Roy Coffey. That's his third. 2nd and 10 for the Scotties at their own 29 as they run out of the double slot. Lakers have a 6-man in front. There's Moore calling the signals. Michael Moore will drop back. Here comes a pass. It is complete. Nice catch by Demetrius Shadden. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down as he's got it at the 38. That was a nice grab and a safe pass on the near sideline or the left sideline. And it's going to set up 3rd and about a yard and a half for the Scotties at the 37. Cooper with the stop. Scotties need to get a first down right here, Larry. Leading 21-6, but they don't want to give Russell County the football right here. 10 minutes to go in the first half.
No, they don't need to give it back to them right here. 3rd down and about a yard and a half, maybe a long 2. You need to pick this first down up and keep the football a little bit longer this quarter. Even if you don't put any points on the board, you need to run some time off the clock and get in there at halftime with a big lead.
Scotties in the full house backfield. Here comes the pitch to Gentry. Gentry cuts outside. Gentry's got the first down at the 40-yard line, but that's about it. And then we've got a flag
down here for something.
And it may be against Russell County as he's talking to Brandon Cade.
He's looking at number 40 for Russell County, and Chad Alexander was right there, number 67.
Personal foul is the call. Roughing
the passer. It wasn't Chad, it was Michael Moore that was on the ground.
So that will give Glasgow the football in Russell County territory. That's a big penalty against Russell County. Tack on 15 yards. Now Gentry got the first down at the 40. Now 15 more yards. And the Scotties will have it. First intended, Russell County's 45. Lakers 2 penalties, 25 yards in this game. 1st and 10. Scotties at the Laker 45. Let's see how many first downs the Scotties have, Randall. That's their 7th. And all have been by the rush. 9:36 left in the first half. Scotties 21, Lakers 6. Both teams 2-2. Opening district game, homecoming night. We'll have all the festivities at halftime. Backfield is in the double slot. The ends are tied. Poppy Franklin's in at a tight end. Let's see, Russell County has 6 men at the line of scrimmage as Michael Moore will roll back. Moore, let's see if he'll throw the football. Here's a long pass. It is going to be incomplete. I don't know if it was intended for Franklin or Gentry, but he threw it away at the 20. Felt some pressure as he rolled out to his left, and the pass was incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I think Poppy Franklin was the intended receiver, but I think he went a little bit deep on his pattern. And Todd Gentry came from his slot back on the right side and did a post pattern down the middle of the field, and he was just a little bit short of where the ball was thrown. I think Michael really just threw that one away when he saw.
Well, that was a good decision. Good decision, because he was being rushed and he could have been sacked. Now let's see. Todd Gentry is a flanker on the right side. Glasgow's backfield, the lone setback is Nick Mainers. As a handoff, Michael Moore will roll out to his left. He'll look for another long pass. Here it is.
Pass interference
is
right
incomplete. Flags are all over the field. Do we have pass interference?
Yeah. Poppy Franklin went out to make his cut, to make a little turnout right there, and number 44 just grabbed him and threw him to the ground.
I believe that's interference. So that should give Glasgow a first down. As well, defensive holding's a call, but
that's Michael Wee. Well, yeah, I guess you can interpret it as defensive holding, because he just really reached out and grabbed his jersey and pulled him to the ground.
So the Scotties going to the air in this particular series, Kaywood.
Well, it's a good time to work on it, Dennis. 21-6, and you look like you can move the football just about any time you want to. So it's really good practice time, really.
That is a 10-yard penalty against the Lakers. 3 penalties, 35 yards. 2 of those have come in this drive. That's right, 25 yards in penalties on this drive thus far for Russell County. Scotties have it 1st and 10 at the Laker 34-yard line. Do you know who the guilty party was?
Number 44, Michael Wheat's the one that holding was called on.
Chambers is a wide out on the left side. Mainers and Gentry backs behind Michael Moore is six-man front. Here's a handoff, rambling up the middle. Nick Mainers at the 25. Mainers carrying tacklers down to the 20-yard line on the full-back blast up the middle. And Mr. Mainers said, boys, I'm going to carry you down the field a little bit, just like Randall Cook toting the mail around the streets of Glasgow, KY. 1st and 10. Pick up of 14 yards. Popplewell's first stop. Of course, Nick ran a little harder than Randall walks.
That's a matter of opinion.
It's a matter of fact. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Laker 20-yard line. Mainers a gain that time, Randall, of 16 yards. Moore calling the signals as Moore on the quarterback keeper. Looks for a blocker, has it at the 15. Moore at the 10. Moore carrying tacklers down to about the 6-yard line. 1st and 10 as a Scotty running game. Very effective here in the first half. Glasgow 21, Russell County 6, and the Scotties have it 1st and goal with 8:37 left. In the second quarter, Brian Cooper's 4th stop. The football is at the 6. Mr. Moore carried the pigskin that time for 14 yards. Another first down. That is 9 for the Scotties, and they've got it 1st and goal at the Lakers 6.
This looks like the opening drive, and it's really put together well. They're using the pass a little bit. Of course, the two penalties have really helped.
10 first downs for the Scotties. 9 by rushing, 1 by penalty, as Moore will call the signals. Gentry's at a motion to the near side. Here's a pitch. It comes to Nick Mainers. Will he trot in, or Brandon Chambers? Will he trot in, Larry?
He does. Touchdown.
All right, given 6, and a little pitch. Mr. Moore to Mr. Brandon Chambers. And there's the Glasgow Fire Truck Siren going here.
That might be the hazardous duty materials team there.
With you, it might be hazardous duty.
I'd say it would be if I had to run with the football. It'd be hazardous.
One thing, Randall, it's hazardous to Russell County South as Glasgow's just scoring at will.
Yeah, they're really executing well, Jim, just like they have in the last 2 ball games. Here's a kick by Josh Atkins, and what can we say about Josh?
Perfect on the year, 16 of 16.
And I mean, when you say perfect, they're perfect. They split the uprights every time. It's a beautiful kick, and Glasgow's really executing their offense well, as they did last week, and at E-Town's when they really started executing their offense well, Jim. And they're spreading it around to different people. Yeah, they've got about 7 or 8 backs that can carry the ball, and Demetrius Shannon doing a good job of catching it. And, it's a well-rounded team right now.
8:06 left in the first half. Glasgow 28, Russell County 6. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
You already know that the Glasgow Electric Plant Board is a public power company, keeping your electric rates as low as possible. Their superior cable TV service is handled the same way. That keeps rates low and brings competition in cable TV service to Glasgow, which is good for everyone. Support your hometown. The Electric Plant Board works for you 24 hours a day to bring you reliable electric service and superior cable TV service. Call them at 651-8341 anytime.
14 carry to go. WCLU is Glasgow leading Russell County by a score of 28-6. 8:06 left in the first half. And Larry, the offense has just really done well. You know, you've got to brag on that line. Adwell, Tooley, Alexander, Rhodes, and Bird. And, of course, Bradley hurt in the first quarter, but I don't think hurt too badly because he's put weight on it. He's just limping a little bit. But, boy, Glasgow's runners have done a good job. Michael Moore's done a good job. And here we go as Atkins will kick off. Here's the boot. High end over end kick as Stevens will make the fair catch at his own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lakers. Glasgow up 28-6. Now let's see if the Scotty defense can stop the Lakers. Lakers scored on a long pass play from Wheat to Stevens on their last possession of some 56 yards.
Yeah, I'd look for them to run the option a few times and then mix some passes in. They found out that they can score by the pass. So they may try it some more.
1st and 10 for the Lakers. The fullback is Helm. The right halfback is Brian Popplewell. As Wheat's pass is thrown short. It's incomplete, intended for Worridge, coming out of the backfield at the 43. See if the Scotties get some pressure on Wheat, but you know he really fires the ball quickly. He doesn't waste a lot of time in the pocket. 2nd and 10.
It's the old. It's like the old wishbone when you take it back and you fake to the fullback, and you instead of faking the fullback, you just take a couple step drop and you're getting rid of the football. So it's really hard.
What
to get
kind of pressure does that put on your defense when it's that 2-step drop?
The linebackers and the cornerbacks really have got to pay attention. Of course, the last time he just did a straight drop back and hit the guy right, Stevens right over the middle, and he split the cornerback and the safety to go all the way.
Scotty's six-man front is Wheat will keep the football, and he's going to be rolled down that time. Did Nick Swords get him?
No, that's number 50. That's Adrian Shirley.
Adrian Shirley?
I think he got a little talking to over there a few minutes ago when they let Mr. Wheat get a first down, and evidently he's found out what his duties are, and he did well that time.
That's the first time the Scotties have stopped the quarterback keeper a loss of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Lakers at their own 33. They might run the option, Larry, but to me it's a must-pass situation right here, and I think the Scotties can look for that with 7:33 left in the first half.
I think so. Every time you run that option, though, somebody ought to hit that quarterback just to let him know you're there, even if he doesn't have a football.
Wheat will drop back. Here comes the pass. It is incomplete. Great deflection by Chambers because Stevens on that crossing pattern might have caught that football.
Same play they scored on is what they're trying to do right there again. Brandon Chambers, though, read it. He saw Stevens split out. He made his drop just a little bit deeper that time and got a hand on the ball.
So it's going to be 4th and 12. And a good defensive series for the Scotties.
Yeah, now we get the football back, and you got plenty of time to put another one on the board before halftime.
Todd Gentry standing at his 35-yard line. Stevens will punt from his 20. Let's see if the Scotties set up for the return. Here's the kick. It's a low end over red boot, and it's going to take a slow Russell County bounce, but not a very good punt as it's down at the 41-yard line, so excellent field position. And right now, Larry, if the Scotties tack on a touchdown here, not that Russell County's in enough trouble, but if Glasgow tacks on a touchdown here, Russell County is going to be fighting a major uphill battle. Punt of 26 yards, no return. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, we'll be on line to score 55 points, just like Boyle County and Middlesboro did against them the last 2 weeks.
Shannon's a wide out on the left side. Depp and Gentry are the halfbacks. The fullback is Nick Mainers. 6-man front for the Lakers as the double reverse handoff will come to Gentry. Cuts outside at the 50 or near the 50-yard line. He had one man to beat, and he might have gone all the way. He has stopped at the 49. Still a good pickup on the double reverse. Well, they spotted back at the 48. So a gain of about 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Michael Wheat with the stop. That misdirection handoff, double reverse, if you will, or just plainly reverse. Why is it so difficult for the defense to stop?
Well, of course, you get everybody blocking in one direction, and then you only have a couple people on the left side blocking the way they're supposed to do to open the hole up, and you give it back. It's just a direction. Everybody sees things going one way, and you go the
Gentry
other.
got a good block. Larry has it at the 45. Gentry at the 40. Gentry at the 35. Gentry at the 30. Gentry still on his feet and finally ridden down at the Laker 23-yard line. Did a good job to avoid going out of bounds. And boy, somebody gave him a good block on the corner.
I didn't see who that was, but I tell you what, number 53, Brian Cooper, is a thorn in Todd's side tonight. He's made about 3 or 4 stops on him, and they nailed him pretty good.
Gentry, 7 carries, 100 yards. That time a 29-yard burst. 11 first downs for the Scotties. They've got it at the Laker 24. 1st and 10.
I'd say it was a wide out on this side on the block. Probably Demetrius Shannon, I would say.
Mainers, Depp, and Gentry in the double slot. Shannon wide out on the left side. Russell County 6-man front as Moore will drop back. Here's Moore's long pass for Shannon. It's a little bit short. Almost came back to get it, but it's incomplete. And coverage that time on the right corner for Russell County. Let's see who was covering that time.
That was number 10, wasn't it?
That would be Ryan Cooper.
Ryan Cooper. That ball just underthrown just a little bit. Shannon had his man.
Good play call.
It was a fake pattern all the way to the end zone, and if he throws it over his head, I think he's catching the ball for a touchdown.
He had beaten the defender. So the Scotties face with 2nd and 10 at the Laker 24. Again, they're out of the double slot. Russell County 6-man front as the quarterback keeper. Here's Moore, looks for a hole, has it at the 20. Moore, beautiful cut at the 15, and Moore slides down to about the 14-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. It depends on the mark. If he doesn't have it, he'll be just shy. There's 5:40 left in the first half. Homecoming 1995, a good one so far. They're going to ask for a measurement. The stop was made by Jeremy Cape, a 6'1", 160 senior, wears number 74. Cape's first stop. Larry, what are some scores that we have? Let's pass along some scores that we've got to this point, and we'll get an update on Barron County's game in a few moments.
Well, the last score we had there was 12-0 in favor of Barron County, which was no surprise. Franklin Simpson 21, Monroe County 7. Caverna 28-0 over Casey County. That's a long time ago. And Allen County 7, Adair County nothing.
Caverna now leads 43-0. Barron County leads 24-0.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Barron just pick it up where they left off. Larry. And they've got a great chance to go 5-0. Can't brag enough on the job Billy's done over there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the 14 after a 10-yard pickup by Michael.
I'd say Billy might be the most surprised person in town, you reckon?
I tell you, he's done a great job, and those kids have. As here on the handoff is J.D. Depp. He scrambles his way inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. If you look at Glasgow's numbers, you'll see that Myron Bradley's rushed for 11, 8, 13, 22. Ty Gentry 5, 25, 32, 0, 2, 7, and 29. Michael Moore for 14 and 10. And Randall, you just look at those stats and look at the average per carry, and it's really good.
Bruce and I were just talking that Ty Gentry has 100 yards there. I believe that's the first 100-yard rusher we've had this year.
I believe you're right. 2nd and 3 for the Scotties as Depp works his way down beyond the 5 to about the 3-yard line, and he should have the first down off right tackle. And again, we've got to brag on that Scotty offensive line with Adwood, Tooley, Alexander, Rhodes, and Bird. They worked on the right side of the line that time with Rhodes and Bird and running interference for the Scotties, and Gary Pierce doing a good job. You know, the tight end plays a key role too, Larry, and that blocking scheme as Brian Popplewell makes a stop.
The tight end makes some really good blocks. They bring Nick Swords in, Gary Pierce, and then Poppy Franklin. All three come in and block well.
J.D. Depp carried the football and gained 4 as the Scotties score on this possession. Touchdown Glasgow from 3 yards out, and I was looking at Randall's paper and scoring.
J.D.
Well, I shouldn't have said anything. Everybody thought I knew that. I was looking at Randall's paper, and they got the play underway, and J.D. scores. And 3-yard run. He's carried it 4 times for 21 yards. With 4:31 left in the first half, Glasgow 35, Russell County 6. And Atkins will come in to attempt the extra point.
Here's the kick. Snap a little bit high, but they got it down. Kick is perfect.
17 out of 17 on the year.
I tell you what, you can't say enough about this kid. In a varsity game before this year, he has really come along and done well.
4:31 left in the first half. Scotties 35, Lakers 6. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have a crew that does nothing but driveway sealing this time of year. Asphalt by nature is porous. That means water can seep through the paving. Grease, oil, and antifreeze can soften and break up the pavement surface. In short, shortening the life of your blacktop unless you protect it. Have it sealed by the people who know paving. Glass Paving. You can call right now for a free estimate at 651-6645. That's 651-6645. To protect your larger investment. Driveway sealing from the paving professionals at Glass Paving of Glasgow.
Here's a short kick that is going to be taken by Stevens again at the 35-yard line as Atkins kicks a football. Stevens will take it at the 35. 1st and 10 for the Lakers, and Larry, they're in a lot of trouble now, trailing 35-6. If they could get on the board, they could get some momentum going into the locker room because they would get the football to begin the second half, but they've got a big uphill battle right now.
Yeah, this was really a nervous game for the coaches and the players. I think coming in, they were really uptight about it, not saying much before the ball game. They really thought this Russell County team was a little better than this, or the Scotties are playing a lot better than they thought they would, one or the other.
Wheaton will drop back. Here's pass. Oh, he lost the football. The Scotties have it. Is that ruled a fumble? I guess it is, and Nick Swords has it, and John J. Bird calls a fumble. John J. Bird calls a fumble, and Swords picked it up, and Russell County may have wished they hadn't made the trip to Glasgow.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know whether that was an intercepted pass or whether it was a fumble.
That was a fumble, wasn't it?
I thought the ball might have been caught in the air.
His arm was moving, and did Nick Swords pick it off in the air?
Nick Swords, I'm going to say interception,
all right.
I don't know.
Whatever it was, it's different than what I said it was. All right, 1st and 10 at the Laker 33-yard line for the Glasgow Scotties. I said it was a fumble, so it's an interception. Be quiet, Randall. Here's Michael Moore. He'll give the football to Chambers. Works at the 30-yard line. Chambers carrying tacklers. Up, there's a flag down to the 26. And I don't know what we've got. We've got a flag on the far side. Do we have a holding call against the Scotties?
I think that's where it came from.
Holding is a call against Glasgow, so that's going to nullify.
Number 6.
An 8-yard run.
Number 6, Ty Gentry. I think that's the signal referee gave him.
2 penalties, 15 yards. So that's about the only thing wrong the Scotties have done tonight offensively. So instead of 2nd and 3, it's going to be 1st down. And about 16 it was from the point of the infraction. So 1st and 16 at the 40. But Larry, Glasgow's got plenty of time to score based on what they've done in the first half.
That's right.
Look at the times they've scored, Larry, and you know, you keep that chart.
Well, it took them 2 minutes and 41 seconds, 27 seconds, 3:36, a minute, 3:50, and 3:19. So it's never taken them more than 3.5 minutes.
Here's Nick Manders as he'll bull his way beyond the 35 to the 34-yard line. Off right tackle. Got it back to the original line of scrimmage where it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Scotties with 3:45 left in the first half. And let's see who made the stop. Bart Roy?
Bart Roy.
5'10", 220 freshman. Defensive line. It's going to be 2nd and we'll call it 11 as he almost got back to the original line of scrimmage. Shadden's a wide out on the left side. Chambers, left halfback. Right halfback is Gentry. Mainers is the fullback, is Moore on the long cap. Moore on the quick give. Here's Gentry. Tries to cut outside, has it at the 30. Gentry at the 25. At the 24-yard line, he'll have the 1st down, but another flag is dropped at the 24. And do we have a holding call?
I believe we do on number 60, I believe.
Be on Lamont. Let's see if that's going to be the call.
Looked like he had his arms locked up outside the man, but I'm not real sure what they.
Well, Glasgow's been hit with the penalty bug here in this particular series. No, grabbing the face mask against Glasgow.
I apologize to Lamont. They didn't get him. They got somebody else.
Well, you don't see that call very often on the offense. Now, I've seen it happen before. It just doesn't.
They called it on the ball carrier, I assume, didn't they?
Maybe so.
I would say so. That would be the only one I know would want to grab a face mask.
Sometimes you see these running backs give a straight arm
that's what I'm talking
to the defender. Mm-hmm. Well, Larry, we go back to the 40-yard line where Glasgow was a moment ago, and it's going to be 2nd, 2nd and 15.
Unusual call. They'll usually, unless it's just blatantly, they do it right out in the open. If you give a straight arm and put your hand wide open right out in front of them, they don't usually call anything like that.
Timeout, Glasgow. 3:07 left in the first half. Scotties 35, Lakers 6. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Honey!
What is it?
We want a house! We want a house!
Great. Where's my quarter-pound single?
You don't understand. I want a house from Wendy's.
No, you don't understand. I asked for a hamburger from Wendy's.
Maybe I should come back in and start over.
Maybe you should go back out and get me a hamburger.
I thought you'd be happy.
How would you like it if instead of breakfast I gave you a garage?
2-car?
Right now, during the Wendy's and Coca-Cola Everyday Value Instant Payoff, you find a free game piece on every 20-ounce drink. Just peel. You could win the grand prize, your own home. Or we could pay your phone or electric bills, even make your rent or car payments for a whole year. Plus, there's millions of food prizes, including quarter-pound singles, chicken filet sandwiches, even Big Bacon Classics. So come play the Everyday Value Instant Payoff today from Wendy's, Coca-Cola, and Century 21.
Honey!
What is it?
Wendy's is gonna pay our phone bill.
Great. Where's my single?
Oh, no.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Come in for a hamburger. Leave with a house. Now that's a value.
No purchase necessary. Open to residents of U.S. and Canada. Void in Quebec and where prohibited. Rules and game pieces available at participating Wendy's until 10/10/95. See official rules for price values.
Well, Larry, it's been a good homecoming so far for the Glasgow Scotties as they lead 35-6. Do we have an updated score?
Franklin Simpson 27, Monroe County 7.
Well, after Monroe cut it to a 1-touchdown game, the Wildcats have gone to work. 2nd and 15 for the Scotties at the 40-yard line. What are you laughing about, Randall Cook? Kind of shenanigans have you pulled as Michael Moore will drop back. Here comes a long pass.
Yes.
Shadden is open. The pass is, just overthrew him at the 3-yard line. The pass is incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Scotties.
Now, the ball was thrown over the left shoulder instead of the right, and that's the only thing that was wrong with it. I think it sailed a little bit on him to the left, but boy, he had him beat, and the ball was out there.
3rd and 15 for the Scotties. I like them putting it in the air like this, and Michael's thrown the ball well.
Yeah, he threw that ball really well. It just, just off target just a little bit, but Demetrius, if he could have picked it up just a little bit earlier, I think he'd still made the catch.
Scotties out of the double slot on 3rd and 15. Shadden's a wide out on the right side. Chambers is in motion. As the quick handoff comes to Gentry. Gentry has it at the 35. Gentry at the 30. Gentry takes it down to the 28-yard line where he's going to be short of the first down, but it will be 4th and about 4 for the Scotties. Let's see where they'll spot it. At the 28.5. Well, no, it's going to be a little longer than that. It's going to be 4th and a long 5 at the 28.5. But the Scotties going for it, feeling they can get the first down with 2:35 left.
Tight end will get you 4 yards real easy right here.
Well, let's see if they throw that or if they might run some misdirection. Shaddon's a wide out on the left side. Backfield is in the double slot. Lakers have 6 men at the line of scrimmage as Michael Moore on the long count. He will throw the football. Here's a pass. It is going to be incomplete. He led Gentry a little too much that time. And Russell County will get the football back. 1st and 10 with 2:15 left in the first half. And they finally stopped the Scotties. Well, they've stopped Glasgow on one other drive in this half. But that's it. Glasgow leads 35-6.
7 drives. They've stopped them on downs that time. The 4th series we had, they stopped us on that made us punt. And we have 5 touchdowns on the other 5.
2:15 left in the first half. Lakers with the football, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line, trailing the Scotties 35-6. But really, penalties killed that drive for Glasgow. Wide out on the left side or the far sideline is Michael Wheat. On the right side is Root. As on the handoff, roaming up the middle, not much running room for the right halfback, Brian Popplewell, number 41, to carry the pigskin. You get maybe a yard up to about the 30.5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Scotties have 2 timeouts. No huddle offense brought by Russell County. Let's see if they'll put it in the air as they're out of the double slot. Glasgow with the 6-man front. As Wheat taking his time, calling the signals. Wheat will roll back. Here comes a pass. It is complete. And a first down is a big back. Popplewell makes a reception, takes it up to the 48-yard line of Russell County. 1:42 left. They've got all 3 timeouts, and they're running the no-huddle offense.
There's your tight end right there, the play that I was talking about. Russell County ran it instead of us. So.
Pass completion that time of 18 yards. A stop made by Todd Gentry, his first. It's Wheat on the handoff, and boom! Wardridge, the left halfback, is sized down for a loss of about 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
I'm going to give that one to Brandon Tooley. He
knocked him hard, didn't he?
Initial hit.
Minute 23 left in the first half. 2nd and 12 for the Lakers. They're running the no-huddle offense. They've got the double slot behind Wheat, and they've got receivers left and right. The Scotties defensively 5-man front. As Wheat will call the signals. Let's see if the Scotties are going to blitz. Wheat will roll back. Wheat's being rushed. Here's a pass. It is incomplete. Boy, Wheat almost took a big old hit that time from, what was it, from Tooley? Or Shirley?
Brandon Tooley and Adrian Shirley both right in his face as he let that football go.
Pass was dropped that time. Wardridge at the 45 of Glasgow. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Clock stopped with a minute 4 left in the first half. Homecoming 95 here at Glasgow High. 1st district game of the year. Stevens is a wide out on the left side. On the right side is Helm. In fact, they're running trips to the right side. Scotties have a 6-man front defensively. Let's see if they'll blitz Wheat. He will roll back. He's being chased. A little pass in the screen is caught by Woolridge. Woolridge, though, is taken down behind a line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line with 55 seconds to go. Are the Scotties going to call a timeout? They are, wanting to get the football back. No, Russell County calls timeout. I don't understand that. A loss of 3 yards. It's going to be 4th and 15 for the Lakers. Now, why would Russell County call a timeout, Larry?
Well, I think they figure they're in such a hole that
they're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it and just try to put something on the board.
52 seconds left in the first half. Glasgow 35, Russell County 6. We'll return after this one message on WCLU Sports.
In a remote African jungle, a small monkey is captured. Bound for a pet store in America, the animal carries a deadly virus. And the greatest medical crisis of all time begins. Dustin Hoffman leads an all-star cast in Outbreak, now available on video cassette, starring Dustin Hoffman, Rene Rousseau, Morgan Freeman, and Donald Sutherland. Now available on video cassette from Warner Home Video, rated R, at Cinema to Go in the Southgate Plaza, Glasgow.
Well, he threw a pass in the flat, and J.D. Depp stayed home and caught Woolridge behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss. And it's going to be 4th and 15, and they're going for it, it looks like, Larry. As Stevens is a wide out on the right side. They've got to get to the Scotty 41. They've got trips on the right side. They've got 3 receivers spread out all over the field. Scotties have a 6-man front as Weed will call the signals, and he'll drop back. Wheat is being rushed. Here's a pass from Wheat. That's going to be picked off by Gentry. Gentry's got it at midfield. Gentry at the 45. Gentry at the 40. Gentry at the 30. Gentry finally taken out of bounds at the Laker 25-yard line. Stepped perfectly in front of Stevens that time. And the pass was intercepted. That's a second pickoff for the Scotties. And Glasgow, with 42 seconds to go, will have the football. First and 10 at the Laker 26-yard line. The return 35 yards, and the wall was set up beautifully, and the Scotties could still tack on another touchdown before the end of the first half. They've got it at the Laker 26. Glasgow, I think, has 2 timeouts left, 42 seconds. Coach Eubank wasn't pleased with their clock management last week late in the first half against Caverna. Let's see what happens right here as they've got 2 wideouts on the right side, Shadid and Chambers. Gentry on the left side. Mainers a single back behind Moore as Michael will drop back. Moore, here's a pass. It is incomplete. Almost caught by Mainers at the 16, but it falls incomplete. I'm sorry, Swords, almost caught by Swords. Thank you, Larry. But the pass is incomplete. Michael felt a little bit of pressure, did a good job to get rid of it. Second and 10, 38 seconds to go in the first half.
Did a good job to get rid of it, but the ball was right there in Nick's hands. He probably should have caught that ball.
So let's see. Be interesting to see if the Scotties can put any more points on the board right here. Already leading 35-6 with 38 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Chambers and Shadid are 2 wideouts on the right side. Gentry on the left. Russell County with a 6-man front. Swords is in motion as the handoff comes to Mainers. Mainers blasts his way past the 20 down to about the 17-yard line as the Scotties will call timeout with 31 seconds to go. He'll be probably a yard short of the first down. Glasgow has 1 timeout remaining. Let's say he did pick up. Well, he almost picked up the first down right there. I don't know. They may ask for a measurement. Scott Bowen brought him down his first tackle. Well, he's about a half a yard short of the first down. 35-6, the Scotties on top. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow has 3 different ribeyes for any size appetite. You can get the 5.5-ounce regular cut ribeye for $6.99, the 8-ounce extra cut for $7.99, or the 12-ounce super ribeye for $8.99. Plus, you get all you can eat from the grand buffet with every ribeye. And don't forget, Thursday is seafood night at Ponderosa with seafood on the grand buffet from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
All right. Glasgow has it third at about a foot at the Laker 16-yard line after Mr. Nick Mainers rambled his way for 9 yards. Nick has carried it 6 times for 44 yards. Gentry, 8 carries, 110 yards. Myron Bradley, who got hurt earlier, 4 carries, 54 yards. We don't think his injury is very serious, Larry.
I don't think so
maybe
either.
We can get a report at halftime.
Probably not very serious. They just holding him out, I think, being as just a lopsided score.
Well, do
right
you run it right here and try to get the first down, Larry? 31 seconds. As Moore, he'll give the football to Mainers. Looks at the 15, cuts against the grain. He's got the first down at the 11-yard line as the clock is stopped for the movement of the chains. Now let's see, is Glasgow got to take a timeout? They've got to run the huddle quickly. They do have to stop the clock as Mainers nicked that time, cut to his left and gained 5 yards. It's going to be first and 10 for the Scotties at the 11. Kevin Stevens' third stop. Clock rose for 23 seconds. Scotties at the line of scrimmage. As Moore out of the double slot will roll out to his right. Here comes a long pass for Shadid. The pass is going to be caught. Is it caught?
Yes.
Touchdown, Glasgow. Beautiful catch by Shadid. He had a defender to battle against. Oh, what a great grab. And a pass play. How many yards was that, 11 or 12? 11-yard touchdown pass. What a great catch by Shadid as he was battling, I think, Cooper on that right side, and the Scotties lead 41-6.
Well,
That's a major league catch, isn't it?
That was the pass was right on the money. The best he could throw it, and the defense was right on the money. He just out-jumped him for it.
Chad Alexander snap is a good one. The hold by Whiteside perfect, and the kick, as we've said for the past 17 times, now make it 18, is good. 14 seconds to go here in the first half. Glasgow 42, Russell County 6. We'll return it in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Your full selection, full-service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
You know, Jerry Eubank's been talking about execution. And Glasgow has really, in the past 3 games, Larry, they really have executed well on both sides of the football.
Sure have. You can't ask for more than what they've done the last 3 ball games against E-Town, Caverna, and here tonight against Russell County. Offense is clicking. The defense is playing well. They haven't given up very many points. 0 last week and only 6 here tonight in the first half.
Stevens waves for the fair catch on the kick and takes it down at the 33-yard line where the Lakers will have it. First and 10 with 14 seconds to go. Glasgow 42, Russell County 6. So Glasgow has had the football, I think, 8 times in the first half, and they've scored on 6 of those.
Exactly right.
So Larry's going to have a long scoring summary, and he's got his trivia question coming up in just a few moments.
Kentucky football. Ben, as they won one last week and are on television tomorrow, let's talk a little Kentucky.
Wade out of the eye. Wade will pitch a football. Oh, it was caught by Woodridge. Boy, he did a great job just to catch that football, and then he was popped back at the 26-yard line. Did J.D. get him that time?
J.D. did.
Boy, if that ball gets loose, Larry, Glasgow could return it like Todd Gentry did and for another touchdown. As it is, a loss that time on the pitch of 6, and the first half is over. At the end of one half, Glasgow, homecoming night. Glasgow 42, Russell County 6. Now time for the 14-karat gold halftime trivia challenge, where you could win a free Big Mac from McDonald's of Glasgow. The number to call is 651-9149.
Okay, this is about Kentucky football, as I said. The University of Kentucky football Wildcats had 3, count them, 3 first-round draft choices in 1966. That was a very good year. I want you to name one. Just one. Name one of the 3 UK players drafted into the NFL's first round in 1966. The University of Kentucky football Wildcats had 3 first-round draft choices in 1966. If you can name one of the 3 UK players drafted into the NFL's first round, you'll win a free Big Mac.
At the half, Glasgow 42, Russell County 6. We'll be back with the homecoming festivities in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
A bank should not only be a place you're comfortable with to keep your money, it should be a place you're comfortable with when you need to borrow money as well. At South Central Bank, we take pride in meeting the loan needs of our customers. We've financed many large industrial projects, many first-time homeowners, first-time car owners, a family's first edition, or a student loan for continuing education. People trust South Central Bank because we're big enough to meet their needs, yet small enough to give the personal service you expect from a hometown bank. You'll find South Central Bank's lending staff experienced in all types of loans, from farming to commercial, home mortgages to home improvements, and everywhere in between. Stop in any of our offices today, and you'll find a friendly, helpful staff eager to assist you in any type of loan at South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender. Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have a crew that does nothing but driveway sealing this time of year. Asphalt by nature is porous. That means water can seep through the paving. Grease, oil, and antifreeze can soften and break up the pavement surface. In short, shortening the life of your blacktop unless you protect it. Have it sealed by the people who know paving. Glass Paving. You can call right now for a free estimate at 651-6645. That's 651-6645. A small investment to protect your larger investment. Driveway sealing from the paving professionals at Glass Paving of Glasgow.
And Ernie Myers is the winner of the trivia question. I'll have scores from around the area in just a few moments.
All right, Larry, Ernie Myers.
All right.
He's a sports legend, isn't he?
Oh, Ernie Myers is a big sports legend. What's he doing at home and not out here at homecoming is what I want to know.
Well, you can ask him that when you see him.
He's an old ex-Glasgow player, ward number 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, tell us the answer.
All right. The University of Kentucky football Wildcats had 3 first-round draft choices in 1966. I want you to name one of them. Well, Ernie did that. I don't know which one he said, but here are the 3. Rick Norton was a quarterback drafted by Miami. Sam Ball, a tackle drafted by Baltimore. And Roger Byrd, a defensive back and a running back, was drafted by the Oakland Raiders.
Larry, let's see if we can get through the scoring summary as quickly as possible, because it's going to be a few moments before we start the halftime ceremonies, and Mr. Carson Thurman is going to be not only on the radio, but he'll be on the PA system, so we'll join him in just a moment. And Larry's got a long scoring summary. It's just been all Glasgow. I mean, it's been a one-sided game. Yeah. That's just the bottom line.
Exactly, all Glasgow. With 9:41 to go in the first quarter, the Scotties scored first. After the opening kickoff, they took it 76 yards in 7 plays. Took them 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Myron Bradley went over from 13 yards out for the touchdown. Josh Atkins kicked his first extra point of the night, and Glasgow led 7-0. Then after the ensuing kickoff, as Glasgow kicked a little pooch kick, and they recovered it. And I think Jason Christie got that. With 9:10 to go, Glasgow scored again, 41 yards, and 1 play later, it took them 27 seconds. Demetrius Shannon on a 41-yard pass from Michael Moore. The kick was good by Atkins again, and Glasgow led 14-0. Then with 4:56 to go in the first quarter, after the next punt by Russell County, Glasgow went 7 plays again, 79 yards on the drive, 3 minutes and 36 seconds off the clock. Nick Manners this time from a 1 yard out for the touchdown. The kick was good again by Atkins, and Glasgow led 21-0, and that's the way the first quarter ended. In the second quarter, Russell County finally got on the board with 11:22 to go. They went 4 plays, 79 yards after Glasgow's only punt of the night. They took them 1 minute and 1 second. Kevin Stevens on a 56-yard pass from Jeremy Wheat. The kick was no good, and Glasgow led 21-6. Then with 8 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second quarter, Glasgow scored again. After the next kickoff, they went 7 plays again. That seems to be the number tonight. 71 yards, 3 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. Brandon Chambers on a 6-yard run. The kick by Atkins was again good, 28-6 in favor of the Scotties. With 4:31 to go after the next punt by Russell County, Glasgow scored again, 7 plays again, 59 yards this time, 3 minutes and 19 seconds. J.D. Depp got in the scoring act with a 4-yard touchdown run. Atkins again kicks the extra point, 35-6 in favor of the Scotties. Then with 14 seconds to go after an interception, a desperation pass by Wheat was intercepted by Todd Gentry. Glasgow scores again, 4 plays, 26 yards. It took them 28 seconds. Demetrius Shannon on a 4-yard, how far was that pass? I didn't even write
13.
that down. 13-yard pass.
No. That was an 11-yard pass from Moore to Shannon, wasn't it, Bruce? On that
I
next
forgot
to last
write that down.
touchdown.
11-yard pass from Michael Moore, and a kick by Atkins. His 6th of the night was good, and Glasgow leads 42-6 at halftime.
Larry, I think we've got time to do the defensive stats.
All right, a lot going on for Russell County tonight. Nick Woolridge with 1. Kevin Stevens has 3. Ryan Cooper has 3. Brian Cooper has 4. Brian Popperwell with 3. Michael Wheat has 5. Roy Coffey has 3. Aaron Eads has 1. Bart Roy has 1. Jeremy Cape with 2. Robert Stanton with 1. And Josh Root has 3. Not a lot going on for the Scotties tonight except the turnovers. J.D. Depp does have 3 tackles. Todd Gentry has 1 and has an interception. Jason Christie recovered that kickoff on the recovery there. Will Whiteside has 2. Demetrius Shannon with 2 and an interception. Adrian Shirley has 2. Brandon Tooley has 1. John J. Bird with 1. Nick Swords has 2, and we'll call that an interception. They may call it a fumble, but I thought he intercepted it.
Good gracious. Good gracious. Glasgow has 350 yards in the first half. About what Florida had in the second half last week. Glasgow up by a score of 42-6. Why was Randall Cook laughing so hard when I made that comment? I have taken so much verbal abuse this week over that football game.
That's hard to believe. That Tennessee gives up 62 points to Florida, and Kentucky only gave up 42.
Yeah, but
what's
Kentucky?
wrong?
Kentucky only scored 7, and Tennessee scored 37.
Well, that's right.
And that was at Gainesville.
Yeah, you're right. We'll give you a little slack.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Hot chocolate or coffee?
Chocolate.
who's the son of Mr. and Mrs. Todd Woodward. At this time, Scotty football captains Michael Moore, Todd Gentry, Gary Pierce, and John J. Bird will have the honor of crowning the queen. And now, the 1995 Glasgow High School homecoming queen is Natalie Kilborn.
We're going to have big homecoming wins
It
tonight.
sure does. Happy homecoming in Glasgow and Barron County tonight.
Can't ask for any more than that. Bruce, before we have you look at the stats, Henry is going to get an interview with Natalie Kilborn, and then Bruce is going to have some amazing numbers for us. Scotties have rolled up 350 yards in total offense in the first half, and Henry's making his way down to where the homecoming court. You know, homecoming's always special.
Yes, it is. I don't know if Henry's fast enough to catch the court or not.
Looked like he moved pretty good.
I want to interview.
All right, Henry, are you ready?
I tell you what, these kids are moving a lot faster than I can. Congratulations, Natalie.
Thank you.
What did you think when Carson Thurman yelled that out over the PA system?
I don't know. I was really surprised. I don't know, and I'm really cold. That's all I know.
She's surprised and she's cold. You did a great job, and all these young ladies and young gentlemen look good out here tonight and made us all proud, and congratulations very much, Natalie.
Thank you.
All right, 1995, homecoming queen, Natalie Kilburn.
You got a big cheer there, Henry.
It's all for Natalie, all for all these girls. Here's a proud papa right here. Hello, Buddy Earl.
Hey.
Now you're proud, aren't you? You just snapped a snapshot of her.
Well, yes, I'm right proud of that young lady. She was a winner even before she even won it.
That's right. You're exactly right. That's a nice thing to say. We're going to quote you on that. Back up to the box, guys.
All right. Henry did make a pretty quick move down there, Bruce.
Yes, he did. That's about as fast as I've seen him move in a while.
I'd like to see Henry and Randall race each other 100 yards down this track.
Well, I don't think
I'd call the play-by-play description on that.
I don't think we want to go quite 100 yards, maybe 10.
You think that's all they'll last?
That'd probably be a lot better race.
What's that now? What did Henry, you want to say something?
Well, he's talking about hadn't seen me move that fast in a while. What about since they moved him inside at the post office? He hadn't hardly moved at all.
Apparently, you haven't seen me sitting in that chair with wheels on it.
Oh, I guess that's right.
Bruce, just been all Glasgow.
Well, yes,
42-6.
A good night.
I'm really surprised.
A good night for the shot. I'm surprised, too.
I'm pleasantly surprised, but I thought Russell County would put up a tougher fight than this.
Well, I talked to the coaching staff this week, and they felt like Russell County did have a very good offense. They run the option, and their quarterback had made some good runs on us. He did complete the one long pass.
a few times.
He has, and we've seemed to adjust, though, but they felt like that we would score some points. It might be a game of who scored the most, but our defense has risen to the occasion tonight and played very well. And as we said each week, it looks like the Scotties are getting better each week. And here homecoming, it's pleasing for the homecoming crowd. And with this score, the only bad thing about it, we've got a little cool air tonight, and some people seem to be leaving. They've come for the homecoming, and with this big lead, they are leaving. I wish they'd stay around to watch the second half and probably get to see some of our younger players play.
All right, Bruce, what are the stats, sir?
Well, the stats look just like the scoreboard, Jim. It's 42-6 in favor of Glasgow. Looking at first downs, Russell County has picked up 4, Glasgow 14 yards rushing. The Lakers have 32. The Scotties 278 yards on the ground tonight. Yards passing, each team has 72. And one thing Randall and I said right there, we've thrown 3 or 4 times tonight on first down, which is something I don't believe we've done this year.
And I like that. I'll be honest, I like that.
I think it's helped our running game. Total yards, the Russell County Lakers 104, Glasgow Scotties 315. In the turnover department, Russell County's put the ball on the ground 2 times. They lost both of those, and we've had 2 interceptions. Glasgow hadn't had a turnover. Total plays, Russell County 25, Glasgow 41. In the penalties, each team has 3 penalties. Russell County 3 for 35, Glasgow 3 for 30. Individually, their quarterback Jeremy Weed is their leading rusher. He had 5 carries for 27 yards, his longest being 12. Jason Bear had 2 carries for 5. Nick Woolridge 2 carries for -7. Brandon Cade, Brian Helm, and Brian Popwell each had 1 carry. Kevin Stevens has caught the ball 1 time for 56 yards, that being a touchdown. Brian Popwell had 1 catch for 18 yards. Throwing the ball, Jeremy Wheat is 3 of 9 for 72 yards. He's had 2 intercepted and 1 touchdown. Kevin Stevens has punted the ball twice tonight for 66 yards for a 33-yard average, his longest being 40 yards. Individually for the Scotties, Myron Bradley, before he turned that ankle there, on 4 carries had picked up 52 yards. His longest was a 22-yarder, and I I believe that's the one he twisted his ankle on. And
that was over on the far sideline, I think.
Yes, it was, and he's picked up a touchdown tonight. Todd Gentry, 110 yards in the first half, our first rusher to break the 100-yard mark for us this year on just 8 carries, his long being a 32-yarder. Michael Moore had 3 carries for 28 yards. He had a long of 14. Brandon Chambers, 4 carries for 15 yards. His longest was 9. He scored 1 touchdown. J.D. Tepps had 4 carries for 21 yards, his longest being 7 and 1 touchdown. And Nick Manners has had 7 carries for 50 yards. His long was 16, and he's also had 1 touchdown. Catching, as far as catching the ball, receiving tonight, Demetrius Shannon has caught 5 catches for 72 yards, 41 being his long, and he scored 2 touchdowns. Just a super catch there in the corner of the end zone on the fade route that both players went up and he was able to control the ball. Passing tonight, Michael Moore's 5 of 10 for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Nick Swords has punted the ball once tonight for 33 yards.
Thank you, Bruce. Well, Randall? Who's this fella up here is bringing us all these good drinks and food?
That's Mr. Terry White. Mr. White's been awful good to us this year. He's in charge of the concession stand for the Glasgow Scotty Band. Got a big contest coming up tomorrow night, Jim.
Yeah, that's the South Central Kentucky Marching Band Classic. That begins at 2:30. There are 16 bands from across Kentucky coming. The Scotty Kilts and Silks will perform an exhibition. Glasgow's had 2 first-place finishes in their last 2 competitions. They've won the sweepstakes trophy. They've already qualified for regional competition, but they've got steak, I believe steak sandwiches down there. You've had about 10 already. Hot dogs, hamburgers. I think they've got chicken and popcorn and drinks, and I guess they got hot chocolate, I'm sure. 35 degrees tonight's low, and boy, I just can't brag enough on the Scotty Band, and I really want to say something good. There's something special about the Scotty Band parents and this community and the way they back this band, and the same for Barron County. Because of the parent support, these programs are successful, and I think we've got to remember that.
Yeah, that's a big thing with the Scotty Band, Jim. It takes a lot of people to support an organization like the Scotty Band, and we're awful lucky to have parents, and not only the parents of the band members, but all the people of this community really get behind the band and everything they do. And you know, every time the Scotty Band goes somewhere, Jim, they represent Glasgow, and they represent it well. You know, an outstanding bunch of young people, and outstanding band directors, and Keith Vincent and Stacy Smith, and it's just a first-class organization all the way up and down the line, Jim. And they've done an excellent job this year. Like you say, they finished first in the last 2 contests they've been in, grand champions, and you don't get any better than that. And they're going to be going into the meat of their season week after week. From Saturday night, they're going to Bowling Green for a contest, and then they'll be going to Hopkinsville 2 weeks after that, and then they'll be going into the state competition. But before all that begins, got a big contest here tomorrow night. Like you say, 16 bands coming in here from all over the state. Looks like it's going to be a real good night for it. Got a good night for football tonight. It's going to be a good day and a good night for band competition tomorrow. I'd like to invite everybody to come out and support the Scotty Band and their efforts, and support all these bands that are coming into town. But the Scotty Band will be in exhibition tomorrow night. I don't know exactly what time that is. You may know.
I think it's about 7:30 or 7:45.
7:45. So come on out and support the Scotty Band tomorrow night, Jim.
Russell County will get the football as we begin the second half. They'll move to your right, Glasgow to your left. Here's a high end overhead kick that Stevens again will make the fair catch on. He can just pretty much stand at the 35-yard line and do that. As Atkins angles that kick, I don't see Larry. I don't see Myra Bradley on the sideline, so we'll just have to get a report from Coach Eubank after the game as to his injury.
Well, evidently his ankle wasn't good enough to come back. They didn't put him back in the game, so I didn't really expect him to.
The Scotties leading by a score of 42-6. Russell County with the football, and Larry, you don't want Glasgow to become complacent with a 36-point lead here in the second half.
Well, that's definitely true. You don't want to be complacent any time, but you definitely don't want to do it with a big lead and let them get back in the ball game.
Wheaton looks like he'll try to run the option. He keeps the football, has it at the 40. Wheat at the 45. Oh, nice pitch.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
Woodridge has it at the 40. Woodridge at the 35. Woodridge at the 30. 25-20. 15-10. Touchdown, Russell County. Here, and he made a beautiful pitch as he got hit at midfield, and Woodridge took it the rest of the way, and no Scotty inside, and Glasgow leads by a score of 42-12.
Well, I tell you what, that was a beautifully designed play. As Wheat took fake to the fullback, went to his left, and went around the end, and he found plenty of daylight, and he had about 10 or 15 yards on his own. And then when he got hit, he pitched it at about the 40 or 45-yard line, and the kid went the rest of the way. Who was that?
That was Woodridge, Nick Woodridge. And how long? 65 yards?
65 yards.
They're going to go for two right here, trailing 42-12. I believe the scoreboard has 13, but I believe it's 42-12 as Wheat calls the signals. Wheat will keep the football, and he'll roll it untouched into the end zone. And the Scotty lead cut to 28 at 42-14 as Russell County scores on one play. A one-play 65-yard drive took 14 seconds. Glasgow 42, Russell County 14. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
If you're thinking double, think McDonald's in Glasgow, because right now McDonald's has a super deal on a double cheeseburger. Get double all beef patties, double slices of cheese, plus ketchup, onions, mustard, and pickle, all for double nines. That's 99 cents. The double cheeseburger deal now at McDonald's in Glasgow. And don't forget to supersize any value meal. Right now, just 39 cents. Come on in for a 99-cent double cheeseburger and a whole lot more at McDonald's in Glasgow today.
When you're a team, you work together for the good of everyone. The team at the Glasgow Electric Plant Board is working for you night and day. They do their best to bring you reliable electric service and superior cable TV service. They want to help make life easier, better, and more enjoyable for everyone in Glasgow. Become a part of Glasgow's team and support your hometown. Call the Electric Plant Board about any of their many services. You can call them anytime at 651-8341.
Gentry had to take the low kick, took it on his knee at the 20, and that's where the Scotties will begin this drive, 1st and 10. We're actually at the 19-yard line. Well, Jerry Eubank gave his defense a good talking to. They may have a 28-point lead, but he doesn't want them to become sloppy here in the second half.
And that's exactly what they were. Somebody just didn't take the quarterback like he was supposed to after the fake, and he came around on the end. Somebody's supposed to be right there waiting for him to hit him just about every time he gets a football.
Shannon's a wide out on the right side. Scotty's out of the double slot. Mainers, Chambers, and Gentry. Russell County 6-man front as a handoff will come to Chambers, and he has stood up and wrapped up for a big loss back at about the 15-yard line. And Russell County's crowd, Smallwood, have been coming to life right here after a loss of 4 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 14. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in sports. It would be one of the craziest if Russell County were to come back. But Glasgow with a 28-point lead. They don't want to lose that momentum from the first half. Stop made by Michael Wheat. That's his 6th loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
I remember one night we saw a 27-0 deficit go down the drain.
That's right, against Monroe County. Here's a handoff, is working up the middle is Nick Mainers. Mainers powers his way, not for much, up to the 17-yard line, and that's about it. And Glasgow has its poorest field position of the night right here, and they're faced with 3rd and 13 at their own 17-yard line. They lead Russell County 42-14. Russell County scored on their first offensive play here of the second half. And they do run the option well. Wheat's a good quarterback. That stop was made by Brandon Cade, his first.
He's a really good quarterback. He fakes the ball real well, as we said earlier, and the last time he ran the ball well with it.
Scotty's out of the full house backfield as Moore will make the quick pitch, trying to cut to the outside as Gentry gets a good block. Gentry heads up to about the 23-yard line. He'll still be far short of the first down. Toss sweep to the right, and Nick Swords will be forced to punt. I thought he might have a little more interference in front of him, but they strung him out that time, and Cooper makes a stop for the Lakers. That's his 6th tackle, and now Swords will punt, and they should get very good field position right here with Woodridge set to receive the football. 10-14 left in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow 42, Russell County 14, but the Lakers fired up here in the second half on 4th and 8. Swords punts the football from his 8-yard line. Pretty good snap, always being rushed. Here's a kick. Oh, almost. They got him, but no flag. Here's the, it takes a Russell County bounce, and finally will fall at the Scotty 43-yard line. Boy, he was hit, but no call.
Yeah, they didn't
incidental contact.
They didn't hit him very, very hard. I think they just kind of brushed him, and the referee let that go.
1st and 10 for the Lakers after a 22-yard punt, and Larry, no, they're down by 28. They are not out of this ball game.
Definitely not. As we said before, we've seen a 27-0 lead go down the tubes in one half, and it can happen.
They're out of the trip I formation as Wheat will keep the football, and Wheat gets a little bit of yardage as he rolls it down to about the 40-yard line, maybe the 39, a step beyond the 40. He'll pick up about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7, and Nick Swords played him pretty tough that time.
Yeah,
that's
well,
Nick's 3rd tackle, 2nd and 7.
Adrian Shirley, that's his responsibility, the quarterback, and he's coming out of the ball game right now because he missed the tackle that time. He had him for about a yard gain and missed him, and then Nick Swords had to come and get him. So Poppy Franklin's in over there at that position right now at the defensive end.
Scotties have a 6-man front defensively as they're out of the eye. Here's a handoff, and pow! Knocked back at the 42-yard line is the right halfback, and that is Brandon Cade. And brother, somebody was in that backfield in a hurry for the Scotties.
John J. Bird, number 62.
That's number 2 for him. It's going to be 3rd and 9, a loss of a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 9.5 for the Lakers, but you got to believe down by 28, this is 4-down territory for them.
Most definitely. You still got to stop them and hold
What are you
them.
laughing about, Randall?
Thought maybe as Batman is going bang, wham, bam.
Here's Wheat on the quarterback keeper. Wheat has it at the 35. Wheat, I believe he may have the first down at the 32-yard line, and he has carried up the Scotties defensively. And on 3rd and long, Wheat on the quarterback keeper as Nick Maters will get into the contest. And I think that'll be enough for the first down. The chain game moves it 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the Scotty 32. Wheat's carried it 7 times for 41 yards. John J. Bird's 3rd tackle.
This is something that you expect in the first quarter to happen, not controlling the option well. It's just as you come out of the gate, but not in the 3rd quarter after you've already played them for a half.
2 wideouts on the left side. Well, Stevens is on the left side, and on the near side or right side is Wheat. Backfield in the double slot is Jeremy Wheat. Will give the football. Here's Woodridge. Woodridge cuts outside, has it at the 30. I believe a Scotty was held that time, but no call from the official. As he slides down to the 30, pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Lakers as Brandon Chambers makes his first tackle. Somebody had a hold of a Scotty. Was he being held? Nick Maters was being held that time, but of course you can't see everything. Here's Stevens. Wide out on the left side. Backfield is in the double slot. Unbalanced line to the left as Jeremy Wheat calling the signals. So if he'll run the quarterback keeper, he does, and he's got running room at the 25. Moves it down to the 20, and somebody played the JD played the pitch man, and Wheat saw it, and he rambles down to the 20 of Glasgow, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
He sure did. JD Depp played the pitch man, and he did pitch it to him. He kept it and went right on around the end. Pickup
of 10. Another first down for the Lakers. That is their 6th of this game. 1st and 10. They're knocking at Glasgow's door again, trailing 42-14. 7:40 left in the 3rd quarter, and so far the 3rd quarter has not been a good one for Glasgow High.
Well, this thing can change in a hurry right here if they score this time.
Out of the double slot. Here's Wheat. He'll call the signals. Handoff, rambling up the middle. Big yardage. Moving past the 15, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line is a fullback. And carrying the pigskin by Brian Helm, and he's got a gain of about 11 yards. And I believe Glasgow is going to call a timeout. Scotties use their first timeout of the 2nd half. 7:24 left in the 3rd quarter. Scotties 42 and the Lakers 14. We'll be back in 1 minute on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
In a remote African jungle, a small monkey is captured. Bound for a pet store in America, the animal carries a deadly virus. And the greatest medical crisis of all time begins. Dustin Hoffman leads an all-star cast in Outbreak, now available on video cassette, starring Dustin Hoffman, Rene Rousseau, Morgan Freeman, and Donald Sutherland. Now available on video cassette from Warner Home Video, rated R, at Cinema to Go in the Southgate Plaza, Glasgow. On the Bypass in Glasgow has 3 different ribeyes for any size appetite. You can get the 5.5-ounce regular cut ribeye for $6.99, the 8-ounce extra cut for $7.99, or the 12-ounce super ribeye for $8.99. Plus, you get all you can eat from the Grand Buffet with every ribeye. And don't forget, Thursday is seafood night at Ponderosa with seafood on the Grand Buffet from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the Bypass in Glasgow.
Scotty defense put to the test right here. It's going to be first and goal at the 9-yard line for the Lakers. Glasgow has played the option, has played the quarterback very poorly here in the second half as Russell County runs out of the double slot. Scotty's 7-man front as Wheat will give the football, and pretty big hole for Brian Helm as he scoots inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Now, their line's not that big, but they're shooting off the ball pretty well. Nick Mainer's first stop, gain of about 6. It's going to be second and goal at the 3 for the Lakers of Russell County, looking for their 3rd touchdown on the night. Scotty's lead 42-14, but the comfort zone is beginning to narrow just a little bit.
It sure is, and Russell County's come out fired up, and their offensive line is really playing well right now.
Wheat will give the football. He'll keep it. He'll tuck it inside, and he scores on a 3-yard run. And the Scotties lead by a score of 42-20, with 6:51 left in the 3rd quarter. So Russell County has scored twice here in the 3rd quarter. Both times they've touched a football, and the Scotties have they've had great difficulty in stopping the option.
How far was the run?
The run was 3 yards. Wheat will hold the football, and Stevens will try to tack on the extra point, and they'll try to make it a 3-touchdown deficit. Here's a snap and the kick. The kick is good. 6:51 left in the 3rd quarter. Scotties 42, Lakers 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
There are banks, and there's South Central Bank, and there is a difference. At South Central Bank, we've seen the erosion of personal hometown banking over the last several years. Improved technology is great, and there's nothing wrong with the bank growing, as long as you don't lose sight of the customers that got you where you are in the first place. That's why at South Central Bank, we judge our growth by our improved customer services, like the fact that our mortgage department is open Tuesday nights until 7 p.m. so that families can get right up from the kitchen table and bring those dreams and ideas to us for discussion. Part of the reason why South Central Bank handles more home mortgages than any other bank in this area. Our wide variety of checking accounts, custom tailored for everyone from seniors to students, and our aggressive savings programs that consistently have paid the highest rates around. At South Central Bank, we don't want our customers to brag how big we are, but how good we are. There is a difference at South Central Bank. Member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
And Caverna puts one in the win column, winning 50-6 over Casey County.
Thank you, Kevin. Gentry set to receive at the 20. Here's a kick. High end over end boot. That the ball will continue to roll and finally goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Boy, if that goes the other way, Glasgow might be in some trouble.
Yeah, a lot of trouble.
And
cover that thing on about the 8-yard line.
So they'll force Mr. Cade to kick that football again. Boy, he doesn't get much height on his kickoffs. Now let's see as the referee discusses the options with quarterback Michael Moore. And I'm sure they'll force him to kick from the 35 now. And that is the 3rd penalty, 30 yards. Let's see, that's a 4th penalty for the Lakers, 35 yards.
We're going to take it on the 35.
I'll take it on the 35, all right. Well, Larry, the Scotties do need to move the football and really put some points on the board and take the momentum away.
Yeah, I see Myron Bradley down on the bench now in street clothes, so he's not going to play the rest of the ball game, and it may come down to the fact that we need somebody like him with some speed, because right now our offense is stymied, and our defense has not played well.
But he's not on crutches or anything.
Oh, no, he just got a turned ankle, it looks like.
Scotty's out of the double slot against a 7-man front as the handoff comes to Nick Mainers. Tries to ramble his way beyond the 35 to the 36. You realize they are bunching 11 players within 3 yards.
Yeah, they're
a lot of scrimmage.
They're ganging us right now.
1 yard gain, 2nd and 9 for the Scotties. Michael Wheat's 7th stop. I wonder if the Scotties might want to go to the air right here.
Yeah, we're going to have to pull something out of the hat. Looks like you really need a touchdown on this drive. That would really put a little damper on Russell County because they're fired up.
Scotties out of the double slot. Shadden's a wide out on the left side as Michael Moore will give the double reverse. And here's Shadden. J.D. Depp at the 45, has it at the 50, 45-40. It's going to be called back up. He fumbled the football, picked it back up, finally driven out of bounds at the Laker 32-yard line. But the Scotties are going to be called for illegal motion.
I think 2 men in motion at the same time.
Larry, that nullifies about a 40-yard run. And if J.D. hadn't dropped it, he probably would have scored.
Yeah, I think he probably would have, but we knew right from the start because both slot backs, I think, were in motion at the same time.
Big penalty right there. It nullifies about a 35-yard gain from depth. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Scotties back at the 31-yard line. Scotties 42, Lakers 21, 6:02 left in the third quarter. Glasgow trying to go to 3-2 overall and 1-0 in the district. Next week they'll be at Adair County, and Allen County was last leading Adair County
21-0 at the half. In the fourth quarter, I'm sorry.
All right. 2nd and 14 for the Scotties. Almost 15 yards. As Glasgow operates out of the double slot. Shedden's a wide out on the right side. 6-man front. As on the quarterback keeper, here's Michael Moore. Has it at the 35. Oh, Moore moves up to about the 37-yard line. He had one man to beat, and if he had, he probably would have had enough for a first down to Kevin Stevens with his forced stop. Michael does pick up about 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8, but Glasgow needing to get a first down right here with 5:30 left in the third quarter, leading 42-21.
It's really hard to believe how a team can come out of the dressing room down 42.
Coach Johnson must have given them a very inspirational talk.
Yeah, 42-6 down and come out fired up like they do and score on the first play, and that'll turn things around for you really quick.
They're out of the 6-man front for the Lakers as Moore will drop back. Here's Moore's pass for Shedden. Pass is going to be caught by Shedden. Beautiful catch, has it at the 30, at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. Touchdown between two defenders.
Well, that's twice.
Oh, he spiked the ball in the end zone. I thought he might get. I thought he spiked it. Maybe he just dropped it. I think he spiked it, Larry, but no flag.
I think he did too, but no flag. I tell you what, that was a great catch right there. That's twice he's out jumped to the defender for the ball tonight.
How long was that pass completion? 63 yards. And the Scotties, that's a big pass completion. Boy, that would make any highlight film. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Glasgow 48, Russell County 21. Let's see if the tide now changes back to the Scotties, Larry, for the rest of this game. As Atkins will be in to attempt the extra point. Alexander snap. Hold from Will Whiteside. The kick by Atkins. Yes. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Scotties 49, Lakers 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Your full selection, full service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
Big pass play for the Glasgow Scotties as Demetrius Shadden, 63-yard pass completion. Beautiful throw by Michael Moore, and what a great catch by Shadden. And the Scotties lead 49-21 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's a shame this is a defensive struggle. Here comes Atkins.
This is the first offensive thing we've seen all year.
Backs up Stevens a little deeper, makes a fair catch at the 30-yard line. Backed him up just a little bit deeper. Now let's see if the Scotty defense can tighten up a little bit, as they have been riddled by Mr. Wheat and Company. And the line's done a good job for Russell County, as you talked about. And it's the smallest line that Glasgow's faced this year at 190, but they've come off the ball very well. 1st and 10 for the Lakers at their own 31-yard line.
Well, they really got fired up those first two series. Russell County had the ball, and they played really well. Now we've got to put a stop on Mr. Wheat at quarterback.
And what do you do about that quarterback keeper?
Well, you've just got to play your normal, your routine that you practiced on all week, and the people that's supposed to hit him have got to hit him.
Here's a handoff, is rambling up the middle to about the 40-yard line is the fullback. That's Helm, Brian Helm. Moves it up to about the 40, and that's a pickup of about 9. It's going to be 2nd and 1 as Will Whiteside makes his third stop. A 6'1", 150-pound sophomore safety for the Scotties. 2nd and less than a yard.
Now we're worried about the.
They're gonna move the chains, or they got to bring the change out for a measurement, Larry.
We're worried about the quarterback right now, and now the fullback's doing some damage.
That may be enough for a first down. If not, it is just a hair short. They'll stretch the chains right here.
He's a hair short.
Yeah. Just about 2 or 3 inches. 4:44 left in the third quarter. Scotties 49, Lakers 21. Scotty's led by 36 points at the half. Lakers have scored twice here in the third quarter. Glasgow once. Second and less than a yard. You think they might go for the home run pass right here?
Wouldn't be surprised.
They're out of the double slot as Wheat will not pass the football. He's going to be sacked back at the 36-yard line. Never had a chance, and that could be a big defensive play for the Scotties. As he dropped back, he was looking for someone on a fly pattern. I think that was Root on the left side. Well, goodness gracious, boy, they gave Russell County a good spot. I thought he was knocked back at the 36, and they've got it up at the 38, so it's a loss of only 2. And third and about 3 for Russell County. Boy, they got a good spot on that one as Brandon Tooley got the sack. They're out of the double slot. Glasgow 5-man in front. As somebody jumped for Russell County that time, the left tackle Bowen jumped. That could be a big penalty. That'll back him up 5 more yards. Offside's the call. And now it was 2nd and 3 inches. Now it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 for Russell County. Larry, if the Scotties can stop them here, the tide will really turn.
I think the tide will turn.
And I know it's hard for us to say with Glasgow having a 28-point lead, but you know it had turned to Russell County's side with 2 quick scores earlier in this quarter.
That's right. The tide had turned, and now Old Mo's trying to slip back on the blue side again.
Here's Wheat. He'll drop back. Wheat, he's going to be stopped back at the 31-yard line. Now, how did Glasgow defend that better than they have earlier in this game?
Well, number 55, Tooley, Brandon Tooley came to this side. They came to the left side of our defense that time, and Brandon stayed home right just like he's supposed to and take the quarterback. And you don't worry about the pitch man. You just worry about the quarterback. That's his responsibility, and he stayed there and made the tackle.
A loss on the play of 1 yard, so it is going to be 4th and about 9 for the
second.
Yeah, it was 2nd and inches, yeah. And now it's 4th and 9, and Stevens is going to punt the football. Low snap. They're going after it. Here's a kick. It's a short end over red boot that is going to take a Russell County bounce. It hit a Scotty, and I think, will Russell County get the football?
I believe it hit number 44. Is that right?
Well, the official's not made a signal yet.
Has he?
Yes, they've got the football, Larry. The referee says they do. It's 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the 44-yard line. Glasgow stops them, and now new life as a ball hit one of the Glasgow players, and it was recovered by Russell County at the 44.
I think it hit Morgan Brantley. He was trying to get out of the way, and he had his back to it. And when that happened, it hit him in the back, and Russell County gets possession again.
That's not what Jerry Eubank wanted to see. But it happened, and it's 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the Scotty 44. They're out of the double slot as Wheat will call the signals. Long cap as he'll drop back. Here's a pass. It is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Chambers. Little pass in the flat intended for Woodridge at the 41. 2nd and 10 for the Lakers.
Well, that's too bad. We stop them on 4 plays, and they punt to us, and then we give it right back to them. That'll turn Old Mo right back on their side.
It certainly will if they put 6 on the board. Wide out on the left side is Root. Backfield's in the double slot. Helm is a fullback as Wheat will keep the foot. No, Helm carries the football, and he's got a big gainer past the 40 down to the 35, then to the 32-yard line, and that will be enough for a 1st down. Boy, Wheat really does fake well, doesn't he? As Anderson makes his first tackle. Terry Anderson from that corner position.
You can't let either one of these people go. The fullback, the quarterback, the pitch man. You got to have somebody on every one of them.
12-yard burst for Helm. 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the Scotty 31-yard line. So the Scotties give it up on a fumble, and they could pay for it. Russell County about to break from the huddle, and Stevens a wide out on the right side as they're in that double slot. Scotties have a 6-man front defensively as Wheat will keep the football, and he's got running room past the 25 down to the 19-yard line, and another 1st down. One play changing the complexion of this particular series. 1st and 10. 13-yard pickup for Wheat. 11 carries, 60 yards for the senior quarterback. Another 1st down. They've got 9 in this game, most of those by the rush, and they're running a quick huddle offense right here. Stop made by Whiteside. That's his 4th.
You know, he's leading us in tackles right now. Will Whiteside is at the safety, and that's not good.
Wheat. Here's a handoff. No, Wheat will keep it, and he'll be slowed back at the 19 for no gain. Faked it to bear up the middle, then kept it, turned to his right, but better defended. Brandon Chambers' second tackle. No gain, 2nd and 10 for the Lakers with a minute 38 left in the third quarter. Scotty's 49, Lakers 21.
That was defended better that time. They faked to the fullback, and somebody hit him, and then Wheat kept the ball, and Brandon Chambers was right there doing his job and took care of him.
Scotty's feature a 6-man front. Double slot attack for the Lakers as Wheat on the handoff. Here's Big Helm as he'll scurry down to about the 16-yard line off left tackle. Set up third and about 7 for the Lakers at the 16. Adrian Shirley's third tackle. Here's a big third down play for the Scotties. There's a minute 2 left in the third quarter. Glasgow 49, Russell County 21. Their running attack has been much, much better here in the third quarter.
I'm glad they didn't get untracked in the first quarter.
Wide out on the right side is Root. They're in that double slot as Wheat will call the signals. Scotty's at a 5-man front as Wheat will give the football to Helm. He won't have the first down, but he will take it down to about the 12-yard line, which is going to set up about 3rd and a long 2, or 4th and a long 2 for the Lakers with 28 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Now the official's going to blow the whistle, and I think he waited a few seconds and blew it past the 25-second mark, so Russell County can talk about it. They can just let the clock run out here. I believe the official probably intentionally did that.
I'd say he probably did.
Get this quarter over.
They've been out there a long time.
Though they break the huddle here, I don't know, 5 seconds to go as Wheat on the handoff. Wheat keeps the football, makes the pitch. Oh, slowed, but making the first down is going to be Wardridge to the 8-yard line. Boy, I thought the Scotties were going to stop him, unable to do so, and it's going to be 1st and goal for Russell County at the Scotty 8-yard line, and the third quarter is over. Glasgow 49, Russell County 21. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have a crew that does nothing but driveway sealing this time of year. Asphalt by nature is porous. That means water can seep through the paving. Grease, oil, and antifreeze can soften and break up the pavement surface. In short, shortening the life of your blacktop unless you protect it. Have it sealed by the people who know paving. Glass Paving. You can call right now for a free estimate at 651-6645. That's 651-6645. A small investment to protect your larger investment. Driveway sealing from the paving professionals at Glass Paving of Glasgow.
It's final. Barron County wins it 38-0.
Well, Larry, that is 18 straight quarters that Barron County's defense has not allowed a touchdown. Pretty impressive.
I was not surprised at all by that score. I thought Barron would beat them 5 or 6 touchdowns, and they did.
Off to a 5-0 start.
Yeah, that's unbelievable with the schedule that they have. Of course, some of those teams, like LaRue County tonight, LaRue County is down pretty much this year from what they have been in the past. So, but Barron County is playing well. There's no doubt about it. Billy Lindsay coming in, first-year coach. That's really good for a first-year coach.
1st and goal for the Lakers at the Scotty 8-yard line as they operate out of the double slot. As Wheat will give the football. Wheat gives it to Helm. Helm works his way down to about the 4.5 or 5-yard line on the right side. 11:50 left in this game. The Scotties lead the Lakers 49-21. Ball is just inside the 5-yard line, a pickup of about 3.5. It's going to be 2nd and goal at about the 4.5-yard line. Brandon Tooley's 5th stop. Lakers looking for their 4th touchdown of the night as they come out of the double slot. Wheat on the handoff. Here's Helm. Helm battles his way down close to the goal line. Does he have it? Looks like he's just a little bit shy at the 1-yard line.
I think he faked you out again.
Was it Wheat that carried it?
Yeah.
You're right. You are exactly right, Larry. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. I believe Wheat does as good a job faking the handoffs and the pitches, does as good a job as I've seen in the last couple of years. Nick Swords makes his 6th stop.
Yeah, well, over the years that we've played Russell County, and I've seen just about every one of them, I think this is the 13th time, I think, and I've seen most of them. And they've always had quarterbacks that can do that. I think that he may be as good as any of them, though.
3rd and goal. He scampers in for the touchdown, does Jeremy Wheat from a yard out. And the Scotty lead is cut to 22 at 49-27 with 10:49 left in the 4th quarter. Larry, is this cause for alarm for Scotty fans as far as the defense? Or is it just simple execution and just the fact that Wheat is such a tough quarterback?
I think a little bit of both. I think Glasgow was kind of decided they had the football game won at halftime and kind of lost their intensity a little bit and got away from what they're supposed to do.
Stevens tacks on the extra point. 10:49 left in this game. Glasgow 49, Russell County 28. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Our lives just get more hectic all the time. Run here, do this, go there. How about saving yourself a little running around? With the electric plan board, cable TV service is billed right along with your electric bill. Everything is itemized on one bill card. When you make your electric payment, you're paying your cable TV bill at the same time. Of course, you get another great benefit, absolutely outstanding cable TV service. Save yourself some time for other things. Call the EPB today for installation.
14 carry to go. WCLU. Join us for Ask the Coach. Tomorrow morning at 8:30, we'll talk about Barron County's 38-0 win against LaRue County. Right now, the Scotties still with a comfortable lead, but certainly haven't played nearly as well in the second half as they did in the first. They lead Russell County 49-28. Russell County has how many first downs, Randall? For Glasgow. Glasgow has no first downs in the second half. Here's a kickoff taken by Christie. Picks it up, has it at the 25. Christie at the 30. Christie breaks one tackle, moves it up to about the 34-yard line. And the Scotties will have it a 1st and 10 at that point.
That looked like the first kickoff of the game. Jason caught it and dropped it, and he did the same thing again.
Nice return, about 14 yards before Robert Stanton brought him down. I think what Glasgow would like to do, Larry, is maybe take 5 minutes off the clock and score. Leading 49-28. 10:38 left in this game. As much scoring as we've had piled up, it's still Russell County could have a chance if they stop the Scotties quickly to score. As Moore will make the handoff. Here's working for some yardage. Todd Gentry moves past the 35 up to about the 38-yard line. They have 6 men at the initial line of scrimmage, and then they've got basically 5 guys 3 yards behind them as they are playing the run. The Scotties burned them on a great catch by Shannon the last time for a 75-yard touchdown pass. Well, I'm sorry, that was a 63-yard touchdown pass, wasn't it? It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Scotties at the 38. Roy Coffey's 4th stop. Scotties out of the full house backfield. As a quick pitch comes to Gentry. Can he cut outside? Takes it up to about the 40-yard line on the toss sweep to the right. It's going to set up 3rd at about 4 for the Scotties. Glasgow needing a critical first down right here as Michael Wheat makes his 8th stop of the night for the Lakers. Pickup of 2. 3rd and 4 for the Scotties at their own 40-yard line.
Well, they definitely need to get the first down right here. It's 3rd down. I don't think we'd go for it on 4th down in this situation, but we need a first down and to keep that clock running and to get on out of here with what we got.
9:23 left in this game. Glasgow's offense has been super.
They're super tonight, no doubt.
Scotty defense in the second half has been very suspect. Of course, Russell County's had something to do with that. The ends are tied. Backfield is in the double slot. 6-man front. As on the handoff, here comes Chambers. He's got the first down, and Moore has it at midfield. Chambers at the 40. Chambers at the 30. We're actually at the 33-yard line. And fans wanted a late hit, but no call. Somebody dragged him down. If they hadn't, he would have scored a touchdown there.
Yeah, I can't see what his number is yet. He's got to get up here. 55. He got him by the belt.
Roy Coffey.
That's Coffey. Got him by the belt and jerked him down. And then 2 people piled on top of him, but no flag.
28-yard pickup. Glasgow with their 15th first down of this game. Their first one of this half. Their first down of this half comes with 9 minutes to go in the game. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Laker 34. The ends are tight. Russell County 7-man front. As a handoff, working up the middle is Nick Mainers as he pounds it down to about the 31-yard line. 31 and a half off left tackle. Jerry wanted to take time off that clock and get out of here with the victory. 8:30 left in this game. Pickup of about 2, 2nd and 8 for the Glasgow High Scotties. Homecoming night. Looks like it's going to be a successful one as Michael Wheat with his 9th stop. Glasgow 49, Russell County 28. Glasgow led 42-6 at the half.
Well, I think Jerry will be awfully pleased with how they played in the first half and not very pleased with how they played in the second half, especially on the defensive side.
Russell County with 7 men at the line of scrimmage. As on the handoff, here comes Shannon, works his way down past the 30 to about the 27-yard line off right tackle. J.D. was a J.D. Depp. It was J.D. Depp. I said Demetrius, but it was J.D. Depp. And Depp pushes it to about the 27-yard line where it's going to be 3rd and about 4 for the Scotties. At the Laker 27 and a half and Roy Coffey's 6th tackle. So another big 3rd down play, but really I think the Scotties in 4-down territory right here at the Laker 27 as they'll run out of a tight set. The ends are tight. Russell County 6-man front. Michael Moore with the double slot. Here's a handoff to Demetrius Shedden. He's got the first down, I believe, as he moves inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. No, he doesn't. He had to get to about the 23, so he's about a yard short. So it's going to be 4th and a long yard for the Scotties with 7:14 left in this game. Cooper's 7th tackle. Well, he's 4th and about a yard and a half. I thought he got more yardage than that, Larry, but it's just inside the 25-yard line.
I think Jerry's going to call timeout.
7 minutes to go here.
Call timeout.
And he is going to call a timeout.
Come on!
I don't know what. He's just waiting for time to run off the clock, and then he's going to get a timeout. He's letting as much time run off of it as he can.
6:49 left in the game. Glasgow 49, Russell County 28. We'll be back. That's a second timeout. Glasgow's taken in this half. Back in 1 minute on WC All-U Sports.
A couple of things are very, very important in the concrete business. One is promptness, and 2 is quality. Square Deal Lumber Company has both mastered, let me tell you. Let's talk about promptness for a moment. How many times have you paid by the hour to have a construction crew waiting for a concrete truck to arrive, or maybe some sort of a long delay in the middle of the job? Well, since Square Deal Lumber Company has plants in Horse Cave and in Glasgow with enough trucks to assure prompt delivery for your job, you're going to cut that wait way down when you deal with Square Deal. Quality is important too, you know, and Square Deal uses proven mix designs with plenty of what it takes for long-lasting concrete with consistent quality, load after load after load. For over 40 years, Square Deal Lumber Company has been in the ready-mix concrete business. Give them a call, tell them where you need that load to go, and they'll be there very promptly. That's Square Deal Lumber Company for all of your concrete ready-mix needs.
Glasgow 4th and a yard and a half at the Laker 25-yard line.
Well, more than likely it's going to be a running play. I don't know which one's going to get it, but I'm sure Jerry told the people up front, if you're going to block, you do it on this play. You got to knock people down and give it's full house backfield.
They've got 11 players within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they run a little pitch. As here it comes to Gentry. He'll cut outside. Gentry's got the first down as he's finally dragged down at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. I believe, did Root get him that time? No, Wheat did. Michael Wheat, his 10th tackle. Scotties have it 1st and 10 at the Laker 22-yard line with 6:42 to go. Glasgow 49, Russell County 28. Todd Gentry 12 carries, 124 yards.
Yeah, big night for Todd. That's the play that we had success on early in the football game when we were getting out on the ends. That's when Myron Bradley was in the game, he and Todd Gentry.
6:42 left. Scotties up by 21. Out of the double slot, Russell County 8 men at the line of scrimmage. As a handoff, here comes Nick Manners. Tries to cut outside, pounds it inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line as Scotty's taking time off the clock. Well, Glasgow is in very good position to win this game, Larry. Up by 21 points with just over 6 minutes to go, but Russell County didn't quit in the second half at all as Popplewell makes his 4th tackle. Gain of about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Scotties at the Laker 17.
Well, they didn't. They scored 30-some points against Somerset. I think they scored 44 against Middlesboro. They only came back with 12 last week, but Wheat was hurt, and that'd make a difference on this football team when he's hurt.
Shadden cuts outside, tries to break one tackle as he moves it down to about the 15-yard line, where it's going to be third down for the Scotties, third and about 3. Let's see where they spot it. It's on the far hash mark, the left hash mark. It is just a little bit shy of the 15, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 after a 2-yard pickup. Jeremy Cape's third tackle, so it's 3rd and a long 3 for the Scotties. Just shy of the Laker 15-yard line with 5:35 left in this game. Scotties leading 49-28. Russell County with about 6 men at the line of scrimmage, but then there are 5 others about 2 yards off as a handoff. No, quarterback keeper. Here comes Moore. He's got the first down as he moves it down to about the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Quarterback draw has been an effective play for the Scotties tonight. Moore has carried it 5 times for 38 yards. That's a 4-yard burst. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Laker 11-yard line. Michael Wheat's 11th tackle. Wheat's a 6'2", 178 senior. I'll be glad to see the Wheat boys gone.
Yeah, I tell you what, Micah Wheat can play defense too. 6'2", 178. He's not very big, but he's strong.
1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Laker 11-yard line. Well, Glasgow's done what they've had to, Larry. At least to this point, they have taken time off the clock.
We got John Jay and Brandon Tooley coming out of the game. Didn't see who's in
Michael Peden in or Michael Ballard, number 74 in the lineup, I think.
Right.
For the Scotties. 1st and 10 at the 11 as a handoff comes to Nick Manders. Tries to roll outside. He is ridden down as he still battles his way down to about the 7 or 8 yard line. We'll have to get the official marking because it was on the far side. And let's see where the officials spot the football. Well, let's see. It's on the left hash mark, and I believe it's around the 7-yard line. We've got timeout because he did go out of bounds. Pickup of about 4, 2nd and 6. Jeremy Cape's 4th tackle. Michael Ballard, number 74, is a 5'9", 229-pound junior. Did you say there was another new offensive lineman in?
Well,
Larry?
2 people came out, and I can't see who the other one is.
All right. 2nd and 6 for the Scotties. Here comes a handoff to Depp. Depp breaks 1 tackle, but not the 2nd. As he's pushed back to the 9-yard line, it will be a loss of a yard.
There's old 44 again.
Mr. Michael Wheat's 12th tackle. Loss of a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and a long 8 for the Scotties at the Laker 9-yard line. With 4:08 left, but what Glasgow's doing, the key here is they're taking time off the clock.
Yeah, it'd be a good place for the little tight end pass right here, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir, it would. Depp comes out and Chambers brings in the play. Now the Scotties need to break quickly from that huddle because they are going to begin to flirt with that 25-second call as the back judge looks at his watch, continues to look at it, and Larry, they are very close to a 5-yard penalty as Moore will call the signals. Here's a handoff, and no running room that time. I think, was it Chambers? I think who carried the pigskin? As the Scotties look like they are going to attempt a field goal right here. Atkins will come in with 3:30 left. Well, Russell County's defense
is that his first
stands a test.
Will this be his first field goal attempt of the year?
I guess you're right. It's going to be angled from the right hash mark. It's going to be a 27-yard effort. Will Whiteside will hold.
He kicks well from the extra point line. Let's see if he can do it on the field goals.
The angle is the key right here, Larry, because it's from the right hash mark. Whiteside will hold. 27-yard attempt. Here's a kick. Oh, it's blocked, and it is no good. With 3 minutes to go. Glasgow right now leading 49-28. They did not score, but they did take about 5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, they did. That's the main thing that they did, is take time off the clock. And with 2:57 to go, very hard for Russell County with the offense that they have to score 3 touchdowns in that length of time. Now they can, but it would be very hard for them to do with a ground game like they have. They'd have to break 3 long ones to be able to do it.
Well, where did the Scotties bog down when they had it at the 11-yard line and they were not able to get any runs? So, as Wheat on the handoff, running up the middle is Helm. Helm moves it past the 30 up to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. The Scotties were expecting the option pitch, but Ryan Helm rammed it up the middle. There's 2:50 left. 1st and 10 after a 15-yard pickup. Lakers with the football at their own 35-yard line. Scotties lead 49-28. A lot of scoring in this one.
Will Whiteside got that tackle. That's his 5th from the safety position.
Wide out on the left side is going to be Root for Russell County backfield is in the double slot as Wheat will keep the option. He's got the football at the 45-yard line up to the 47, and that should be enough for another first down with 2:29 left. And the Scotty defense, some gaping holes right now. They just want to get this thing over, but Larry, you can't play like that. Morgan Brantley's first tackle.
He made the fake in there to the fullback. I'm talking about Jeremy Wheat, and pulled it out. And Adrian Shirley is supposed to be out there looking at him, but he took the fake inside for the fullback, and then when he did that, Wheat just came right on around the end untouched.
2:20 left, 17-yard pickup for Jeremy Wheat. He's carried the football 15 times for 78 yards. They're out of that double slot as he'll call timeout as he looks over Glasgow's defense. Timeout, Russell County. That's their first of the second half. 2:10 left in the game. Glasgow 49, Russell County 28. We'll be back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
If you're thinking double, think McDonald's in Glasgow, because right now McDonald's has a super deal on a double cheeseburger. Get double all beef patties, double slices of cheese, plus ketchup, onions, mustard, and pickle, all for double nines. That's 99 cents. The double cheeseburger deal now at McDonald's in Glasgow. And don't forget to supersize any value meal. Right now, just 39 cents. Come on in for a 99-cent double cheeseburger and a whole lot more at McDonald's in Glasgow today.
We flip a switch and the lights come on. Milk for your cereal is cold. Your home is warm. We simply turn on the radio or TV to find out what's happening around the world. Electricity makes our lives easier in so many ways. The Glasgow Electric Plan Board is always looking for ways to help their customers. Now it can be even a little easier to make your payment. Automatic bank draft takes the amount of your monthly bill directly from your checking account, so you don't even have to write a check. The Plan Board even accepts Visa and MasterCard for payment. If you'd like more information on these payment options, call the EPB at 651-8341 anytime.
Wheat drops back. Wheat is going to be sacked back at the 47-yard line after Helmet picked up about 7-yard burst. Timeout with a minute 32 left. I suspect Russell County is going to take their second timeout right here. Who got that sack?
Lamont Rhodes.
That was a big one.
He and Adrian Shirley both in there, but Lamont got there first.
Loss of about 7 on that play. Let's see, officially the loss was 7. It's going to be 3rd and 9. We're going to hold it here, the Lakers with the football. Well, Glasgow's got some defensive concerns, Larry. Of course, they may not face a better option quarterback. Even a Franklin or Russellville might not have a better option quarterback than Wheat, but certainly Jerry Eubank pleased with the victory and pretty well pleased with the offense, but second half, I don't believe he'll be too pleased about that.
Yeah, I think the option is really the hardest offense to really defense. A team that really fakes and handles the ball well like this team does, like Wheat does, really hard to defend against. I don't think any of the rest of the teams that I know of plays this kind of offense. So,
well, do you think Russell County will be a factor in the district race?
I
say
think
they play Monroe and Allen County.
I think, well, they're awful porous on defense, so it's, it's hit or miss whether they're going to win some ball games or not. They'll just have to score a lot of points.
Little pass in the flat is caught by Woodridge at the Scotty 47, and then he was upended by Brandon Chambers. Pass completion of about 6 yards. It's going to be 4th and about 5 for the Lakers at the Scotty 47-yard line with a minute 10 left in this game. They're out of the double slot as Wheaton will drop back. Here's a pass. It is knocked away beautifully. I think Nick Swords knocked it away, and the Scotties will get it back with 1:04 left in this game. Glasgow 49, Russell County 28. Russell County outscored Glasgow in the second half 22-7. But the Scotties had a 42-6 lead at the end of the first half.
Spotted at the 46.
It's like Leo Clark and Jamal Allen and Jason Christie are going to come in, and we've got some other new faces.
We figured we'd see all these kids before this.
Keith Mills is in the lineup.
Didn't happen that way.
Yeah, Will Whiteside, and we may have some other new faces, Larry. Eric Peden, I think, is in for the Scotties up front.
I definitely think Russell County will be one of the 4 teams in the playoffs. I think
they might be better than Allen County.
Yeah,
I would think that would probably be the battle right there.
I think they'll beat Allen County.
Scotty's out of the full house backfield as Will Whiteside will give the football to Clark. Clark tries to cut outside, or Is it Jamal Allen, I think?
34.
And he got nothing on that play with 55 seconds to go. Glasgow will win its third straight, and Larry, another district game against Adair County next Friday night in Columbia.
Another big district game next week and Adair County is not a good place to go play. It's not a good place to broadcast from, is it?
No comment. It's 2nd and 11 with 37 seconds to go. Scotties get the district win, and that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. This is the first weekend of the big district series in this area anyway, and it's good to get one on your belt.
Here's Clark. He'll try to cut to the outside, but he's wrapped up. He fumbled the football. Russell County will pick it up. They'll try to score, and they will. They score with 13 seconds to go on a fumble recovery. And let's see who scored for the Lakers. Roy Coffey, I believe, picked up the fumble and about 30 yards. Glasgow's lead is 15 with 12 seconds to go. Thank goodness this game's about to come to an end. This has been a wild football game. We have an official's timeout on the field. And there's an injured player for Russell County.
How far was that?
How far was the fumble recovery officially? Going to check that here in just a second. Did you say 37? And that was Roy Coffey who picked it up. 12 seconds to go. Glasgow 49, Russell County 34. Well, I talked about Glasgow not being complacent, not wanting to be complacent in the second half. And Russell County, you really got to give them credit, Larry. They could have easily quit down by 36 points, and they didn't. And you really got to give them credit.
No doubt about that. They've made it a respectable score. They'll look in the paper tomorrow and see it's pretty close.
Here's a handoff. Is he stopped? No, he's not.
Made it.
Helm scored on the two-point conversion. Glasgow 49, Russell County 36. Should be 36, I think. There they go. 12 seconds to go here in this football game. Good gracious, it's been a long game, but when you have, let's see, when you have 85 points scored, it's going to be a long one. We're just going to hold it here. Well, Glasgow led by 36 points at the half. Now they lead by 13 with 12 seconds to go in the game.
Weird ball game.
Boy, it has been a weird one.
Defensive have not played well.
No,
Russell
they
County's
haven't.
did not play well in the first half. Glasgow's hasn't played well in the second half.
12 seconds to go. It's going to be a successful homecoming for the Scotties, but
it's going to end on a little bit of a sour note.
It is, and it's good. I think it's got to give Russell County some confidence too.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. They know they can score points just about against anybody, because they've done it the last 4 weeks. They've scored a lot of points, except with the exception of last week. And as I said before, Wheat was out of the ball game, didn't play, so that makes a lot of difference for their offense.
We'll have our post-game report coming up, hopefully in just a few seconds.
I don't know. Something else could happen. It's onside tick time now.
Well, Russell County thinks turnabout's fair play since Glasgow's pooched it several times and recovered one fumble. And Cade will kick the football. Deep man is Chambers at the 15. There's 12 seconds to go in this game. What Glasgow wants to do is just fall on the ball as they put a shift on, and let's see, what are they going to do here? Are they going to just barely kick it and see if they can roll it 10 yards? Looks like that's what they're going to do. Is Gentry scoops it up at the 47-yard line. 10 seconds to go in this game. He was hit hard, but
he took the brunt of the attack too.
He did, didn't he?
When he
he took a pretty good hit back in the first half.
He sure did.
On a run.
He's tough little dude, though. He gets up and keeps on cooking.
Rather let the clock roll and end this football game. 10 seconds to go. If we'd had another 3 minutes, we might have had a 100-point score between the two teams. The clock will roll, and Larry, the Scotties are going to win one of the weirdest and wildest games I've seen here at Ankroyd Stadium. Glasgow wins over Russell County 49-36. At the half, the Scotties led 42-6, and they hang on for a 13-point victory.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty in the second half, no doubt about it. I think a little bit of it rested on that Glasgow thought probably they had the ball game won at halftime, and Russell County found out on the first play of the second half that they weren't out of it as they scored on one play and then got the football back and put another one in the end zone. And when they did that, they got a lot of confidence up And when that happened, Glasgow found themselves in a good football game, although really this deficit is as close as Russell County got all night long.
I suspect that Coach Eubank will remind his players of that several times between now and Adair County. But maybe this is a lesson the Scotties can learn.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. They better take it to heart too, because there's no such thing as a safe lead, especially against a team that runs a potent offensive attack like Russell County does.
But Larry, next week, if the Scotties can beat Adair County, they're off to a very good start in this district at 2-0 if they could beat the Indians on the road.
Yeah, I think we can beat Adair County. I don't know how good they are. I haven't heard a lot about them. I know they started off like 2-0 or 3-0, I think, didn't they? And then they've lost a couple here lately, and Allen County was ahead of them 21-0. They probably beat them worse than that, or that score or worse. So I think Glasgow wins next week. They've got a good leg up on
and then
coming down to the Franklin
and
Simpson
then the showdown
game
with Franklin Simpson,
that's right.
2 weeks from last night. That's going to be a Thursday night game, but Adair County we worry about next.
And Franklin has to play Bowling Green the week before that, so that's on a Friday night, so that's a plus for us. They'll have one less day to prepare
after playing Bowling Green.
So that's another plus on our side.
More of the post-game report coming up here in 2 minutes. Kevin, if you've got any scores, you can check those for us, sir. Back in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Honey!
What is it?
We want a house! We want a house!
Great. Where's my quarter-pound single?
You don't understand. I want a house from Wendy's.
No, you don't understand. I asked for a hamburger from Wendy's.
Maybe I should come back in and start over.
Maybe you should go back out and get me a hamburger.
I thought you'd be happy.
How would you like it if instead of breakfast I gave you a garage?
2-car?
Right now, during the Wendy's and Coca-Cola Everyday Value Instant Payoff, you'll find a free game piece on every 20-ounce drink. Just peel. You could win the grand prize, your own home. Or we could pay your phone or electric bills, even make your rent or car payments for a whole year. Plus, there's millions of food prizes, including quarter-pound singles, chicken filet sandwiches, even Big Bacon Classics. So come play the Everyday Value Instant Payoff today from Wendy's, Coca-Cola, and Century 21.
Honey!
What is it?
Wendy's is going to pay our phone bill.
Great. Where's my single?
Oh, no.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Come in for a hamburger. Leave with a house. Now that's a value.
No purchase necessary. Open to residents of U.S. and Canada. Void in Quebec and where prohibited. Rules and game pieces available at participating Wendy's until 10/10/95. See official rules for price values.
There are banks, and there's South Central Bank, and there is a difference. At South Central Bank, we've seen the erosion of personal hometown banking over the last several years. Improved technology is great, and there's nothing wrong with the bank growing, as long as you don't lose sight of the customers that got you where you are in the first place. That's why at South Central Bank, we judge our growth by our improved customer services, like the fact that our mortgage department is open Tuesday nights until 7 p.m., so that families can get right up from the kitchen table and bring those.
Have you or a loved one participated in a local event filmed by the Glasgow EPB? Maybe it was a school graduation, Little League championship, or musical performance. These are all events that have recently been professionally captured on video by the EPB to be aired on Channel 6. The EPB archives contain community, school, and church events dating back to 1990 and can be purchased by anyone. DVDs are $13 and would make a great gift for family and friends while preserving a timeless memory of a special moment in one's life. Call to place your order today.